like this, you wouldn't understand the way I feed my family. I come from nothing and it hurt, I'm being real. Got tired of seeing my mama shed a tear. All my life was in the field. That money, that moolah made me go crazy. Go and get it, my motto, this on a daily. My baby needs some Pampers, P.O. on my ass. So bitch, I got a scratch on the block from 9 to 5. I'm getting it till the lounge come. Hoping that I make it to my daughter and my son. You gotta relate and feel my energy. Keep that 30 on my waist, it's from my enemies. Feel like my life is like a movie
Who are y'all to
scene.
test me? Big fish and take a group of y'all to catch me. I draw quicker when it start getting sketchy. A bunch of them think they hard, just edgy. I put my heart in this, it's heavy, but my palms ain't sweaty. My feet stand steady, it's ugly, but I'm sharp like Freddy. This ain't a dream. They put on the mask in front the mask. I know it's steam to see how I'm working. Did it my way, then that's a thing of you. Shine a little harder when they mean mug you. I'm just getting started, but raising the bar. No sign of slowing down, I could race with Lamar. Punch with Javante, bass and Qatar without ever leaving the state. That's how fly I am to Jafar. The red carpet's the star, that Gremlin, Mr. Slimity. Think they really trim till they trembling and they, okay, it ain't been said till I said it. I got some form no Reddit. Rap said poems placed over cold cut beats for the lettuce. No better time than the present, living it, loving it, let it. Can't say they prayed on my downfall, but I bet you they bet it. Showed up the cancer collection, bless all my work with progression. Bless your little heart, you aggressive. I see no harm in no weapon. I left some prints one stepping, the kind I hope they ain't catching until I ended this session. It was your end at beginning. They shouldn't have started, especially with making targets of me. Cause I'm a marksman, I never miss. Could assure you the preacher got something dope in his speakers, and it's a fee for the features. They trying to weigh my head all down. About time today, my stress gone now. I should jet fly away, but what to calm down, I'ma still find a way. Find a way. They trying to weigh my head all down. About time today, my stress gone now. I should jet fly away. They tell me calm down, but I still fly away. Fly away, yeah. The bad man's back, you best stand back. How I'm stepping back, they can't stand that. The bar's a weapon, but I bought some larger weapons if that don't transact or doesn't register. I kidnapped the king for sending a messenger. Give me a second to make it secular. I send out a kill for I send a threat to you, and that's no disrespect to you. Tell me how I'm not supposed to know I'm the greatest. We'll make it something out of nothing, should flush out all the base. But just in case, I'll sharpen the iron and cut to the chase. And if the chase don't get to your mind, it's straight to your face. Ain't no training for this here, promise you nothing basic. I grew up off of the basement, I set the bar but don't sit still. Check the look on their faces, shocking to witness greatness. Locking my spot on top while they contemplate my replacement. Is cool, cause it don't make me no difference to be your favorite. I know that switch on the daily, the work gon' make all the statements, it's smooth. They trying to weigh my head all down. About time today, my stress gone now. I should jet fly away, but what to calm down, I'ma still find a way. Find a way. They trying to weigh my head all down. About time today, my stress gone now. I should jet fly away. They tell me calm down, but I still fly away. Fly away.
What it do? What
What's
it
up?
do?
I was over here
What's happening?
jamming.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, I wanted to play another song, but I'm like, hold on, it's Saturday,
Right.
some people are out there feeling good, feeling bad, the naysayers, the supporters, it's going crazy. What's up, Rare Treasure? What's up, Yvonne? And what's up, Tracy? Yvonne came in with a question immediately. Tracy, I don't kiss anybody's ass. I just basically say what it is, but going against the grain is usually a lot harder. Kissing ass means not going against the grain. So, I do have some stuff to say. We're going to go through it all.
That's a
Yvonne,
good.
I wanted to answer what I think you have the wrong person, Yvonne. You said, man code, how do you know Lemon making changes? I said that, what did I say? I said Rick Reed's message to Lemon. That doesn't necessarily mean he's making changes, I just wanted to pretty much go over what he went over because a lot of people don't know like the influence behind the scenes. So I'm going to tell you about like the timing of me coming out here and talking to Lemon, and then what Rick Reed did last night. So it's interrelated, and it actually brings together something that's positive that can happen behind the scenes instead of all the bullshit. No group chats, no whatever gate you want to call it. So
Right.
hopefully you're good with that, Yvonne, Tracy, Rare Treasure, and folks coming in. So all right. RY was just at Ness's live, and
Yes.
let's see. So I know that there was a couple other lives going on or whatever. Now I do know that most of the lives are definitely going to be on the dramatic side, on the
Of
negative
course.
side, on
Of
the
course.
because it's more interesting. It's more interesting to be like, oh, this person's not doing this because of that. This person's got ulterior motives based on that or whatever. And I'll be honest with you, part of the reason why I'm talking about this, like with regards to Ness, yes, I'm supporting Ness, but at the same time, like I don't like it when people do certain things. Like if RNY throws the Bible at me, she's like, "Oh my God, I know what you're gonna say." Like, don't quote scriptures out of the Bible. I don't need that, damn it, or whatever. And I'm not gonna stop cursing because they're just 4-letter words that are made up. And trust me, I'm on that side. Even though I'm very spiritual and religious or whatever, I'm on the side of don't tell me what to do or whatever, because I think you all were talking about interpretation, like
Yes.
life events, Bible, whatever it is, that
Yeah, we
people
were talking
interpret
about
things.
hermeneutics. Yeah, we were talking about the hermeneutics and what that meant. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I look at the Bible a whole lot different. Trust me, I'm in a total penance, at all times, because I'm a mess. But anyway, hey, what's up, Nurse Shay? All right, let's get right
Shay.
into it, okay? We'll knock out the topics or whatever, and questions and shit at the end. I know I said call out, so we'll probably more than likely have a lot of questions and answers to that. But anyway, it was kind of interesting with the Ness situation. RY and I don't know, some kind of angel flies over, and either they tell RY something or me something, and we were thinking the same thing. So, how did I mention Ness? Like, I think I said that she'd be good for girl talk,
Yes,
and
that's
then
what I
you were
text
like, "Oh
you. I was
yeah."
just like, "Oh my God, how do you do that?" So when I was listening to Nessa's story yesterday, when she came back live or whatever, she was talking about her spiritual journey, how much she's grown, so forth and so forth. So me, I'm girl talk driven, right? And so I'm like, based on these topics that I chose for Sunday, I'm like, Ness will be perfect. So I reached out to Ness. Not even 10, 20 minutes later, Envy comes texting me and said, Yo, I really believe Ness would be an amazing person for this week. And I never told him I was reaching out to Ness or anything. So the fact that he kind of felt the same unction that I did when I heard Ness to say that she'll be a good fit. That was just confirmation for me. And then today at Ness's, Kimberly Black put in the chat and she was like, all right, why did you see that I put in her live that I think she will be good for Girl Talk? So two
Oh,
other people outside of myself felt that Ness would be a great fit for this week. So that was just further confirmation and solidified that that was a good choice.
yeah, absolutely. I love it. And RY has weekly special guests or whatever. So like look on her wall, you'll see the announcement that Ness is gonna be the co-host. What's up, Cosmic
Absolutely.
Girl? RY, I see you in court for making fun of me and my dyslexia.
Oh God, Lady Snoop.
Oh, best friend. I thought when I see it, I want to laugh at the name. You know what I'm saying? Look at this.
Listen. Oh my God, please don't
No,
beat her
who?
back up again today. That's Lady Snoop.
Oh, yeah, I know, I know. Did Lady Snoop troll herself in your chat last night? She said dyslexia.
And that's exactly how she put it. And I lost it for like
Right.
5 minutes. I could not gather
I
myself.
know. Ness told you I've been in the back for 10 minutes listening to you laugh. You were like, oh my God, this is crazy. You know what
And
I
then she
mean?
hit the link. So shout out to Lady Snoop for
I,
hitting the
I,
link.
I know. Lady Snoop wanted to crucify me over a damn joke. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no. Lady
Remember?
Snoop hit the link. She said, Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I'm taking y'all to court. I gotta
Yeah,
convince
yeah,
Henry
yeah.
first.
There,
It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day. Oh, oh, oh. It's the word of the day.
that's when we had word of the day. So, you know. Anyway, we won't
You
get
see, I'm
into.
not laughing. This.
No, I don't. No, no, no. Don't laugh. Don't laugh because I know Lady Stoop said you laughed. So damn it. All right. Okay. So anyway, all right. Let's keep it moving.
All
Okay.
right.
So let me touch on the Ness part. We'll go right into the Rick Reed, and I will explain to you how the Rick Reed thing came together. You'll be surprised, actually. And then RNY's channel and call outs. So I look at the Ness situation now. People think that she was. What did we hear first? She was incarcerated,
Yeah, I heard she was incarcerated. No, first I heard she lost a job. Then I heard she was
lost her job. Okay,
incarcerated. And then
incarcerated.
court cases about traffic tickets and case numbers was being thrown out there.
Case numbers, yeah, Photoshop receipts, all that other
Yeah,
good stuff or whatever.
yeah.
So, hey, what's up, Diana from Brooklyn? But anyway, yeah. So basically, I just found out. I mean, I assumed, but I just found out that the finessers have actually been very much involved in her journey. Like it didn't just happen a couple days ago when she came out and told y'all. Well, not a couple days ago, yesterday when she came out and told y'all. So, for the finessers to, jump in there and do their thing, it actually makes YouTube mean something. You know what I'm saying? Like we always talk about, what do we always say over and over again? We could talk about the weather, we could talk about the moon or whatever, but if you have true
Yep.
supporters, they're going to be here. So
Mhm.
I shout out to the finessers for diving in there. And what I
Absolutely.
really and what I really like about that is because YouTube, y'all want to hear every damn thing about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the fact that they kept it private, they kept it quiet, it
Yes.
just makes me feel a little bit more, not a little bit, but more confident in the support system that she has because nobody came out here and said, and honestly, no one even tried to dispel the rumors. They were just like, whatever. If they think she's
Right.
incarcerated, if they
Let her
think
think
she's
that. Yeah.
incarcerated, they think she's whatever, whatever. They saw, helping her, from a one on one basis, that it would basically probably derail her progress coming out here and acting a fool.
Yeah.
Um, RY talked a little bit about girls talk, and I want people to understand the first person, the Sunny and Lemon. Okay, so I already heard like girl talk inspire Sunny and Lemon. Well, Sunny, because Sunny was like, hey, I'll be your accountability partner with the drinking. She's like, people, look at Lemon as a drunk and they don't look at Sunny as a sober person. So it was kind of like, wow, like she said that she would be the accountability partner. But then shortly thereafter, she said, hey, RY, I'd like to come to Girl Talk, right?
Right.
And her saying I'd like to come to Girl Talk goes right into me thinking that, it's a support group. It's not necessarily, I don't want anybody to think just because they're talking about, transformations and stuff like that. It's not church.
Right. It's not.
RY is not a preacher or
Not at
nothing
all.
like that. But just to see like different levels of like the accountability thing. Like who doesn't need a group of friends when you're trying to do some shit? So I applaud that. And as I said, like it's not like a holier than thou situation where, people are definitely gonna mess up.
Oh,
You know,
absolutely. I mess up every
but
day.
but you go to your accountability group, go to your girl talk. Like, not, all of a sudden they're not going to be like, oh my gosh, don't cuss, don't have sex before marriage, don't talk about your da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard Jay Dunn over there talk about she got rid of all of her merchandise, and she was talking about like, lesbian type things or whatever. So
Uh-huh.
clearly, I was there for a few minutes, because that stuff has nothing to do with me. What's up, Tip Hattie Black? How you doing? I'm
Hey,
glad you're
Tiffany Black.
here. I'm gonna try to make your Saturday a good one. Okay. So that's why, again, if y'all don't know, like Ness is the co-host of this week's Girl Talk, and that's exactly why I said that she's the perfect choice. That doesn't
Yes.
necessarily mean perfect choice we're getting married, perfect choice we're best friends, or anything like that. I just like the timing in it. It's kind of crazy because Girl Talk was going to be this Sunday anyway. We didn't know that Ness was coming yesterday, so
Right.
not to talk too much about God, but it seems, a little bit further than coincidental that, that they're linking up right now. What up, Malik? Malik got the perk 30s.
Hey, Malik.
Malik came in with the perk 30s. He's like, F sobriety.
Oh Lord.
We know what that means.
Malik.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Um, so basically, also, I'm not gonna sit here and debate what God wants to do for this. Like, who
Oh
am I?
no.
Who am I? Oh, well, you shouldn't find God this fast, and now you're thumping the Bible. And just because somebody picks up the Bible doesn't mean they read the whole thing from front to back. Like it takes.
Exactly.
Like I think the last
Exactly.
when I tried to read the Bible, I think there was some kind of structure on how to read it in a year or something like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cosmic Girl, what up?
Hey,
Uh,
Cosmic Girly. Hey,
so
Malik.
so I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, God wants to help Ness, but no, it's bullshit because she did this, she did that, she did this, she did. God would be like, for real,
Right.
like
And
I
to that,
I
my
know
only
more than you,
statement.
bruh.
Right. And to that, my only statement would be, he that is without sin, cast the first stone and just keep it moving. Because
Right.
we all mess up.
Yeah. So, and then also let me explain to you like what the let
Hey,
me
Fim.
explain to you a film. Let me explain to you how hard it is when you want to go into a different path on YouTube, right? Because guess what? People are like, "Oh my gosh, Ness, I want you to like cuss people out." I saw a couple things in the chat like, we still want you to come out and drag some people and whoopty whoop, whatever. But why not look at her talents as being an influencer, being a good delivery of messages, being, that person that people can, relate to and stuff like
Right.
that. Like she can use the same talents in the quote unquote drag and the delivery and hyping up a platform or whatever for something that's not so negative. Because at the
Absolutely.
end of the day, when you drag somebody, oh my gosh, I caught a body. Oh my God, I caught a. What do you get out of that the next day? You get to say, you got like a little checklist. Okay, I cussed out envy, I cussed out RNY. I mean, like, where does that take you in life? So the people that are worried about, oh my gosh, she's going to change everything, she's probably going to be in a different algorithm.
Yeah.
That's one of the hardest things to change because trust me, I always say, man, I'd love to talk about college football and I'd love to talk about business and stuff like that, but I don't want to stop talking about the beef sector. But me personally, like I'm still going to bring the heat. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody's transforming, that doesn't necessarily mean that Christians could drag too without cussing.
Can.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's see. Running through the checkered flag, put up the red light. I suggested to Ness to make another channel for her spiritual journey because this sector is
Absolutely.
not even going to let a person forget their past. Right, fam? And the thing is it's crazy timing because RY with the girl talk is definitely within beef sector, but it's attracting like a wider array of people from everywhere on the internet. Like because girl talk is searchable, beef sector's not. They don't care about what Envy said about Jay Wilson the other day. Like they're definitely going to get into the algorithm. In fem, that's an awesome idea. Just because like then that definitely keeps you don't want to keep the beef sector people away, but at the same time, like those that enjoy the change of your content. But I do agree with you. But hey, don't fall out of the whole algorithm. What's up, Daquan? What it
Hey,
do?
Daquan.
Cosmic Girl, you said Ness that I am so happy for her. I'm glad. That's what we need to be. I just say her Jesus was in the gutter with the most of them. All right, let's go. All right, so basically, like the last thing I really have to say about that is People fall sometimes and whatnot. And one of the things that she's going to have to overcome, which I was talking about, like a woman support group, like Girl Talk and things like that, the finessers like Fem and Brooke and
Yeah.
Intrinsic and Davna, like, they're very, very strong. So my thing is ZX actually made some good points the other day. Like, people are going to try to reach out to you, throw some drama your way, troll you, whatever the case may be, to try to get you to go into that space where they want you to crash out. Because I mean, when do you get the most views? I could tell you, I'm gonna get in my car right now, go down to the dope house, and kick in the door or whatever, and I'd have a
Hmm.
1,500 people in here or whatever. But it is what it is. So shout out to Ness and
Right.
shout out to the Girl Talk or whatever. I can't wait to see it because I know that you guys are going to balance out, what's going on there. So, all right. Shout out to Ness. All right.
Shout out.
So the Rick Reed messages to Lemon. All right. This is more complex than you think it is, okay? But I'm going to be very, very clear. You don't know who's on the same page behind the scenes, okay? And I'm not talking about in a weird way, like, hey, let me, text this so I have a receipt, or let me call you and record your phone call, or whatever the case may be. People ask me a lot of times, why were you cool with Lemon? Why did you let him on the platform? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Like, the full evaluation of talking to Lemon, right?
Yeah.
Um, so what people didn't know is I keep things pretty low, and it wasn't just like me coming out here saying, "Oh my gosh, let me save you" or something like that. I told you all straight up that RNY really, we talked about it. We even prayed over it, things like that. Tried to look at things from an objective point of view. But let me bring in Rick Reed. You guys didn't know that part. Rick Reed and I are tight. Okay, I'm not saying we went and hung out, or I've never met him. I'm not saying we hung out and ran over here, and we have childhood memories to talk about or anything like that. But at the same time, though, we have a really, really good communication, and it was kind of crazy because basically we always talk a little bit about, like, we'll laugh about stuff. But when it always came to Lemon, it was like, oh yeah, I'm in the chat at work. I'm at work. I'm in the chat. I'm just messing with him or whatever. I'm trolling him. I want to see him go crazy or whatever. I'm gonna drag him. Da da da. But at the same time, him and I had really had a conversation because I was in that same space with Lemon. You know what I mean? I didn't care if he walked across the street. I would have said it was wrong. If he jumped, I would have said that he slid. There's all kinds of other stuff. You said I'm spiritual, not religious. That is, yeah, me too. For the most part, because in my mind, a slave and their master cannot pray to the same God. The same people who carry the Bible would slap you in the face with it. Well, that's why we call them Bible thumpers, because they be thumping sometime with the Bible. And I also say, at times, if you throw holy water on me, it might burn. So I feel you. You said, where is Lemon? The tea. I think that Lemon is actually taking a step back, which I never thought would happen. I think I told him 100,000 times. And in that talk that you saw him and I up here by ourselves, I did tell him, I said, is there any way that when you say in your brain that you need a couple days off, can you actually take those couple days off? Because when you say that, I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? I say, but your intuition is telling you something to step the hell back and chill out. So, Fem, if I had to guess, and I don't know anything, I haven't talked to him, I haven't looked into anything, I didn't make any calls, which that's gonna, parlay into the Rick Reed thing. But where I think he is I think that it finally hit him. Sometimes you need everything to crash before you make changes. So,
Yeah.
you know, losing channels, having people turn on him, looking at his finances, dealing with the stuff at home, all that. I think that it just kind of went, and he was like, okay, listen, the first thing that I could do is like take a couple of days off, because if you're trying to change, why do you go back to the same crazy shit? You know what I
That's
mean? So
true.
that's right. That's right. I don't think that he's anywhere in particular for any particular reason. I believe that he's just detaching so he can come back recharged. Because my thing is look at the decisions he's going to have to make, fam. He's going to have to. It's almost like Ness, right? Ness is going to be a lot more positive, have a better message, influence people to be better people. Well, guess what? Now Lemon has to decide. People love me because I'm crashing out. I'm getting drunk. Like, when did Lemon have his biggest stories? When he got drunk too much, when he walked around looking for audio, when he got put out of his house and y'all thought that he hit his mom's nose and all this and all that. That's when he got his most attention. Now, I know people are like, oh my gosh, one day at YTCs or wherever, you might hear, oh my gosh, Lemon's live is on fire. Oh, Jesus. Wow, or whatever, But then other times you'll hear, well, they kind of sat up there, him and Vic, or somebody like that, him and a panel killer or whatever. So at this time, like, he's got to look at his brand and be like, okay, if I don't turn up, are the people still going to come back? So I really do think that hopefully he strategizes that right, because the last time he got his channel taken, I don't know, RNY, if you remember, when he came back, he was a lot more calm. Like, and
Yeah.
then just slowly but surely, he would start dragging somebody. That somebody would start dragging him. So he'd go up to another person, another person, another person. And then boom, you had the lemon fuck shit brand back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I think he's trying to figure out. I think that the nervousness in it, if he's nervous at all, I don't know. I'm just assuming, is the fact that he wants to keep those numbers and stuff like that. But with the Rick Reed, we'll get into that. So just a little bit about the behind the scenes with Rick Reed and I. It was crazy. We had the same timing. Like, I was like, I'm gonna, hey, I'm trolling Levin and da 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 da, and I saw you over there. You said this, that, whatever. Hey, it's kind of crazy or whatever. But Rick Reed said some stuff, and he was being very honest. Okay, it's hard to be honest when you're like, how many shows, like 3 or 4 shows in a
Right.
row, Rick Reed was dragging Lemon and shit. So, so basically, he admitted everything. He gave you his testimony. You don't usually hear that from Rick Reed, but Rick Reed specifically was like, he's like a little brother. And he'll drag the hell out of him. But he's not going to do anything to his life. Okay. Um, and what I mean by that is Rick Reed was like, I will drag him. I'll make him, I got all my reads and whatever. I could do this in my sleep because the motherfucker's easy to drag or whatever. But he was like, I'm not calling his apartments. I'm not calling the police. I'm not going to have a wellness check. I'm not going to strike his channel. This is that, whatever. So he basically like took certain things off the table for him not to worry about. And I salute him for doing that. And the crazy thing is okay, the behind the scenes part. Rick and I had a communication that was like, you know what, like, hey, everybody's going at Lemon. I'm kind of going at Lemon. You're kind of going at Lemon. But right now, we need to put our differences aside and just kind of look at things from a different point of view, because there is a point where you have to be like, okay, enough is enough. And that was when Rick Reed was talking about not wanting to dogpile him. Because dogpiling people looks weak. It's like when people have their armor chinked, do you jump on the bandwagon to break somebody down? You just look dumb, in my opinion, and you look weak. Would you say we fight so hard to keep people and things and habits in our lives that God can consistently try to remove? Of course. Yeah, God can remove good things actually to see if you are, weak enough to do the bad things. What
Right.
did Rick say? I got you. Okay, so Rick, the first thing he said, as I told you, like, he's more like a little brother. Now that kind of makes it, that clarifies it for some people, because if you turn on Rick Reed and he's dragging Lemon or whatever, you're probably like, hold on a second, like Rick Reed gave him like a compliment or get or no. no, closer. Like Lemon will say, like, "Hey, Rick Reed and I are cool." Rick Reed will say, "Lemon's cool," whatever. But then he drags the hell out of him. You're like, "No, he's not cool," or whatever. So yeah, that's what Rick Reed said. First thing, Cosmic Girl, that it's more like a little brother situation. So now people can look at it a different way, not like, oh my gosh, there's this big war or whatever. Now, can you run up the numbers or whatever, going after each other and shit? Absolutely. But Rick Reed made it very, very clear. And the reason why I made it clear is because a lot of people, honestly, they talk about you get two different lemons, right? You get lemon number one, which is the drunk, drunk idiot that'll walk down the street barefoot with a cigarette, hand his drink to the attendant, talk shit, whatever, come back, crash out, cuss a few people out, piss off YouTube or whatever. Now, Rick basically also kind of underscored that, he when he gets drunk, he forgets everything. The next day, because basically, like, Rick will bring up something to him like, yo, you kind of went in on so and such a little heavy, didn't you? And Lemon will be like, "Oh, I really did. Damn, shit." So that's why I think that his apologies, why people think that his apologies are empty. To be honest, the
Yeah,
reason why I think people think that his apologies are empty is because he forgets exactly what he did. he's he's inherently sorry about treating you like shit, but at the same time, when you forget what you did wrong and you apologize, it sounds disingenuous, even if it's not. So
absolutely.
basically, that's what Rick Reed was putting out there. That basically, like, if they talk, he'll be like, Rick, I don't know, I might have said some shit or whatever. Rick will be like, hey, stop right there. Listen, you were drunk. When I'm drunk, I don't need you to go through a resume of what you told or an outline of what you said to me or whatever the case may be. Whatever. You don't even need to apologize at this point. Just say you had a bad night. So Rick's not taking anything personal. And then, as I said, Rick specifically said like he didn't want a dog pile. But at the same time, I don't want anybody to feel like that means that he's not going to be talking shit. You didn't lose the Rick Reed that's going to be dragging Lemon, but there's a different level of drag. You know what I'm saying? And it's supposed to be the beef sector, right? Roast, gags, and giggles.
Yeah.
And here we are. Look at this. Oh, that's good. He's not going to touch his real life. Exactly, Cosmic
Mhm.
Girl. And he made that clear because, Rick Reed will tell you, I strike channels and I'll come out and tell you or whatever. They see him as a chaos demon. But for him to say that out in public,
Right.
that he was being himself.
Right.
Because what do we always say? That people lie. And then when they lie, they call it trolling. So
Mhm.
for Rick to come out here and say that, we know it's true. Rick is a great life coach. Rick is a really, really good. Rick is more stand up than you think he is. It's crazy because like he's busy as hell. Like he invests in apartment complexes and he's got hustles, you know what I mean, legal hustles, and he's busy all the time, so he definitely knows how to not suffer, but take a couple steps back to better his life. He certainly keeps it real. Yeah, definitely. Rick laughs at his own joke. Yeah, he does when he leans back in that chair and starts clapping. You know who else
Mhm.
does that since they started camming up?
Oh, yes,
ZX.
he will tickle himself to
He
death, okay?
he makes himself laugh the whole. He'll get a couple statements in there and laugh for a few
Mm,
minutes or
mm,
whatever.
mm.
No, it's because they're empty.
Hey,
Okay,
Molly.
yeah. I just hope Levin gives you guys the type of grace when you being dogpiled. He won't. He won't, Molly. We already know that. I'm not gonna sit here and like paint a picture of Lemon that doesn't exist. He's definitely not gonna change in that way. Molly, there. We already know that Grace is not in the voc. There you go. I didn't even see that comment. Um, he keeps it real, Cosmic Girl, from a standpoint of logic. They proceed to give the facts the facts of your life. He's a good guy. That dragging thing is an act. Right. Like, and my thing
He's a real good
is
guy.
I'm glad that you said the dragging thing is an act because people are like, why is he so angry? He's not angry. He's just animated. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like just because he's hollering and screaming and shit, that just means that he has energy and he's crazy. And we got Molly dropping down in the chat again. That's kind of crazy or whatever. Didn't Molly come over yesterday and say, I didn't drop down at every chat because there's some tension.
Yep, that's exactly what Molly said. And I told Molly, just drop down in that chat. You be all right.
I was going to put Molly's name in the title somewhere saying, Molly,
He
it's
really
all
was,
good. Or
Molly.
Molly,
He
I
really
was,
was.
I started writing it. I started building my chat title or my title. I was like, I said, Molly, I put your name and then I didn't know what I was going to put. So I stopped. But yeah, I mean, sorry, I have no more rude, no more rude. No, I'm good with your look. Yes, I was scared.
Oh my God.
Man, what did I do? I switched my avatar, talking about I will go around the internet,
Yes.
man. I did this. I was like, Molly, I'll sit on every platform, making sure you're not welcome anywhere on YouTube. Whoop de whoop. I'm gonna get on panels and say the most egregious things. So it was bad. It was bad. There
Yeah,
was
it was
tension there.
bad.
I bet. What's up, Kimberly Black?
Hey,
I think.
Kimberly.
RNY was just talking about you, Kimberly.
I was.
Um, and what'd you say about Kimberly? My bad. She
No,
made
you're
a
good.
comment at Nestle's.
Yeah, no, what I was saying about you, Kimberly, which is it's good, it's nothing bad at all. I was saying how I reached out to Ness yesterday when I heard her story, and like 10 or 20 minutes later, Envy reached out to me via text. He was just like, "Hey, I think Ness will be good for this week's co-host." And so I'm just like, okay, that's confirmation. And then today, Kimberly, you put in Ness's chat today how you said yesterday that Ness will be good for the conversation Sunday. So between you and Envy, just lets me know I picked the right person this week. That's
Look
all.
at this. This is funny
But
as hell. Look at Diane, Molly, give it a
Molly, give it a
minute. You
minute.
know, basically, no, but then we got,
Molly.
Molly hasn't been rude yet. Let's
Yet.
see here. Let's see. Look, Molly's waiting. Like, okay, okay,
Right.
now Envy's chilled out. It's a good environment. Everything's cool or whatever. Let me talk
Molly
my
playing
shit.
double dutch in the chat. That's what that
No,
is.
I don't know, Molly. You can still tell me that I'm the executive producer of Lemon's show, and
Hey
I was looking
Mimi.
for
Hey Lizzie.
excuses to be his friend, and why are you at Lolo's after?
And
Molly, you were
let me
just
address
going a
that Grace
little
comment.
too.
Let
Whose
me address
comment?
something about Molly said something about I hope he gives y'all this much grace when there people are
Oh, right.
dogging you. The thing is this, grace is something that I don't expect to be reciprocated. I don't. It you have to have a human with a heart to extend grace. I'm not saying that grace should be extended to me because everybody's different. But for me, I had to just kind of make sure he was all right. Just because I don't necessarily like you doesn't mean that I want to see the worst for you at the same time. That's all.
Hey Lizzie, glad you came back around. I do appreciate you. Thank you very much. I think I gave you some kind of lecture or some crazy shit or whatever. I forgot.
Oh,
But I'm
that's
glad you're back
Lizzie from
around.
that's Blake's
Yep.
Lizzie.
Yep.
Hey,
What's up, Mimi baby? How you doing? I'm
what Mimi
excited
say?
about the talk shows on Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
Mimi.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
those the girl talk thing. Oh, and just so you know, I'm gonna talk about RNY's channel in a little bit, but I don't go there. Okay, to girl talk specifically because um, to having to do that girls' night out or whatever whatever it is, y'all sitting on the couch, it's weird. So you never have to worry about like the testosterone rush or anything, banging in or whatever. That's y'all stuff, okay? I literally don't even watch it because I don't want to,
He
because
really
it's
doesn't.
girly. I would cringe, and y'all can have that.
And when I try
No,
to tell him about it, he be like, "I don't want to hear that." So,
nope.
you
I've been around. Oh yeah, you bet. Oh, in the bushes. Well, welcome back out of the bushes. Damn it, everybody deserves grace. Yeah, I think so too. I just don't. But grace is boring. Don't give me any grace. I like to hate. You know what I'm
know.
saying? We need our girl time. Yeah, absolutely. The funny thing is, one of the reasons why the one of the reasons why the concept of girl talk came up is because if they start talking girly on the panel, you'll see me do
Yep, he'll just leave out of the
all
clear
the
blue.
time. I just leave.
I'm like, "What the
Oh,
hell?"
here are the new candles at Victoria's Secret and whoop de woo. I'm like,
See,
So,
listen.
so yeah, y'all got your thing over there. I think that is Cosmic Girls like Jesus.
Yes.
Glad to be here. That's cool, Lizzie. Also, Lizzie, subscribe to RNY TV as well, please, because
Oh, for
Girl
those of
Talk
you
over
that
there
don't
is
know,
amazing. There
I
you
have
go. Make
another poll
sure.
up. I have another poll up. Y'all know how we do, ladies. It's interactive. I'm gonna drop the link to the poll in the chat. It's 4 topics. The topics with the 2 highest votes will be discussed on tomorrow's show. So go vote.
Absolutely. And that doesn't necessarily mean that y'all are going to be talking about other stuff, but it's cool. You said, I try not to comment in chats when the topic is beef sector coded or if it's BET. But true. No, I understand. I understand. But it's cool. It's cool because basically I'm going to comment in the chats over where you all are, so I can kind of figure it out. But there are a lot of content creators like myself that tailor my commentary to how the chat is reacting. Okay. So if you guys are saying, you all at any time can be like, that's boring as shit. Next topic or next bullet point, or Envy, you sound like a goddamn fool or whatever, and I'll change. Or Envy, you're talking too slow. Or Envy, did you smoke too much weed today? Get it together. Get it together. So I try to tailor my content based on the chat. So I try to be interactive. So Lizzie, always feel you don't even have to know what's going on. Just put a chat in here, and we'll go from there. Learn my lesson. Oh yeah, Lizzie did jump in and put a chat. Lizzie did drop down in a couple chats a little too soon with the topic. You know when you're supposed to read the room and then get into the chat. I did see Lizzie drop down wrong place or right place, wrong time a couple times, and then it turned into a mess. So I get it, Lizzie, but you're safe over here, okay? You got to know how to read the room. Exactly, baby. Yeah. Well, the good thing about read the room at Girl Talk is I don't have to I don't have to read nothing. But yeah, you were talking about Lizzie as well, I'm sure. And I make that same mistake. I literally go into a content creator's channel that I support. I'm like, hey, how's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a great day. And all of a sudden somebody says, well, you know what? RY ain't shit. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the chat.
And they'll be
I'm like,
quick to
I
say,
did.
see,
Uh,
look. You're like, are
yeah.
y'all okay?
See, look, Evie was in their chat where they were talking about RNY. I'm like, I didn't
Right.
hear that shit, but you'll never win. Always listen
You
to what the
never.
hell somebody's talking about for a few minutes before you come out the bushes. Trust, I've made that mistake 100,000 times. And when I used to click links a lot, I used to get up on the link. They'd be like, so what do you think? I'm like, what are y'all talking about? They're like, we're talking about fuck RY. Oh, Jesus, I'm on the panel.
Okay. Oh,
Anyway,
they
uh,
will trick you up.
Diana said, please take care of yourselves. I'm at work reviewing my work weeks. Yeah, too many young ones dying. Too many. It is mostly from stress related heart issues. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you
Take care
for
of
tuning in while you are doing that wonderful stuff. Let's go, Cosmic Girl. I'm making Cosmic Girl laugh all day today. That's awesome. Lizzie said, I just be giving my opinion. My people at home know I'm invited to the barbecue, but I forget people on the internet don't know. Right? They don't. They don't. People are gonna find the thing that bothers you the most, right? You
Yeah.
know, I got one leg. They're gonna say I got no legs. You say you're white. They're gonna put you in the Ku Klux Klan.
Yep.
People are gonna put 20 on 10, Lizzie. So don't worry about that crazy shit. You're here, so welcome. What up, OG Beauty? How you doing today? All
Hey,
right.
OG Beauty.
So the rest about what Rick Reed said directly. Now I wanted you to understand, I don't necessarily even talk about like if I talk to someone behind the scenes, but Rick on his show, I think it was a couple shows ago where he was laughing. He was like, yeah, Envy and I talked about, you know, Envy getting on Lemon with with the troll pictures and stuff like that. We think it's funny whoop de whoop, whatever. He said it on his own thing, and he's like, "Hey, if you guys don't think that Rick that Envy and I were talking crazy or whatever about Trolls 11, I got the receipt." So I feel like it's cool to openly tell you that Rick Reed and I did break that down because people were wondering why. When RY and I broke it down, and then Rick Reed and I broke it down, I was like, you know what? I really do think that it's cool to reach out to Lemon. And at the same time, one of the conversations Rick Reed and I had was, yo, He needs mentors. You know, put this aside, do our thing, have a conversation with him. So if you saw his live last night, I would recommend going to see it, because he basically explained everything. He put his guard down, and he was like, "Listen, like the brother is a good person, this or that, whatever." And so many people were waiting for the drag. So we did talk about that behind the scenes, and that basically underscored the reason why also that I came out here and did what I did. It's not the whole reason, but it was part of it. Now Rick was funny, right? Or not? I mean, he was funny. He's always funny. What's up, Vibrant? Rick was basically breaking down. He was telling y'all the truth about himself. He was like, "Listen." He's like, I don't have to come on here. You know, he's busy at work. He's doing his, his entrepreneurial thing, getting his bag together, whatever. He's like, I used to, I don't think I have to come out here anymore. He's like, you know what? People feel like they have to continuously go live when they don't want to go live, because if they go away, then people are going to go away with them. And then they're never going to come back. He's like, well, sometimes that does happen. But when Rick Reed basically admitted everything, he said, man, listen, he said, I used to clout chase. Rick said that he used to clout chase. He said he was loving the numbers. He was loved being talked about it. But he said the worst thing about him going back, and he also said, like, even if he had to manufacture beef, going back and forth with someone obviously brought the juice, brought the numbers, brought the notoriety, brought the popularity. But at the same time, Rick did finish off the live basically saying, like, that messed up a lot of relationships that he had. And, he doesn't even know why he went back and forth with people. But at this point, it was like almost too late. You feel me? Like, he
Yeah.
said it was too late because, some people say stuff that they can't come back from, right? You talk about
True.
somebody's kid, or you talk about somebody's well being, their sexuality, whatever. There's certain things you can't come back from. And Rick was like, listen, I've messed up friendships. I barely could even get back. He's like, it's taken me so long. He's like, I finally could say publicly that I don't have a problem with anybody. I was like, what? I'm like,
Mm.
no, Rick. I'm like, hell with that. No, I'm going to manufacture beefs. Rick, you got a problem with this person, this person, this person. And it's almost like Ness and everybody else. She did say, like, what I say. Like, Lemon came up here and said, hey, from the Mo3 sector coming over to the beef sector, it looks like you got a little soft. And I was like, hey, point taken. I said, I did get a little soft, because I grew up. 6, 7 years ago, oh shit, scratching with me on a platform you had to be good. Not saying that I was the most amazing scratcher in the world, but I definitely went in. So I did say, like, growing up and progressing or whatever isn't necessarily a bad thing. And Rick said that exactly. He went through everybody pretty much, from Sean Bradley to basically every OG, saying, yes, a lot of people did come out lately, because they felt like the beef sector was like on its decline, like icicle going down a hill or whatever. But just because they clocked in and they started doing their content or whatever, people were waiting for them to start dragging, going crazy, getting mad, doing this and doing that. And Rick Reed was like, that's not this sector anymore, on from our generation. And I try to explain that as well. And Rick Reed was like, it's probably gonna hurt views or notoriety or whatever the case may be, but I'm just tired of that. Beefing takes too much effort. So
Yeah.
he definitely, it was really, really cool when he said that. I was like, what, Rick? After live, I was sitting there like, I know. No, Rick, I want you to cuss people out. Shit. I was sitting there rooting for her to be bad, just like y'all are rooting for Ness to be bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can admit it. I was in there hating. I wasn't hating, but I was like, no, Rick. I was about to pick a fight with him over nothing, but him and I wouldn't fight because we're like twins. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So would you say? I have a question for you, RY. Are you all interested in discussing the scriptures with Ness?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think they started today
Yep.
because Ness said that, the Bible could be interpreted in all different ways or whatever. But at the same time, Cosmic Girl, that's why I said, like, I was watching it and I talked to RNY, and it's not going to be church. It's not going to be girls
Mhm.
talk church day or
No, because
whatever,
I ain't nobody pastor. I ain't nobody pastor. I ain't trying to be nobody pastor. I really don't give a good god darn about none of that. I
Yeah.
just she wants to have a conversation about it, and I'm willing to share with her the
And
little bits that I
yeah.
know.
And people are going to be coming from a lot of different perspectives.
Oh
Like
yeah,
me, I'm
and
going to
that's what I'm
curse.
looking forward to.
I'm spiritual, but I'm gonna curse and do all that. They're four-letter words that people made up and made it bad. God allow me to say shit and all that other stuff. I
Listen, and
promise.
I know this may sound bad, but honey, when people tell me, "Well, you're a Christian and you curse," my
What's
go-to
up,
clapback
classic
to that
lights?
is this: the Bible says, "Curse them that curse you." So you cuss me out, I'm cuss you back out. Okay,
I only
that's
ask
just
because you walked
where
this
I'm at.
journey for a long time, so your understanding may be different. Cosmic Girl,
Absolutely.
if you missed Ness's live today, Cosmic Girl, RNY hit the panel, and you're gonna see that first person, like how awesome that conversation was, because they did bring in scriptures and things like that.
Yes.
If you watch Ness's live today, Cosmic Girl, I'm very very sure that you're gonna be impressed. So Rick is
And
so
then
entertaining. Yes, Rick is
tomorrow, Ness
definitely
is having another
entertaining.
conversation. Ness is supposed to be having another conversation tomorrow after Girl Talk, more about Bible talk, and more people are going to hit the panel. So definitely tune in to Girl Talk and
Is it
Ness's
going to
thing. I,
be after or before?
I think she said after Girl Talk is over.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because remember,
What's
she's
popping?
she's West Coast.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What's
Hmm.
up, Gummy Obama or Bama? My bad,
Hey, Gummy
Jesus.
Bama.
Y'all got to forgive me. Y'all are having growing pains. Y'all aging. Yeah. Listen, our old asses do not want to turn on this go live button and start hollering and screaming. We're old.
Uh-uh.
We're taking naps while y'all are hollering and screaming. Okay,
Okay,
it's natural and
literally.
expected. So this Jesus Ness is it for real? My God. See, I know that 90% of the people don't think that it is. Now, what RY and I talked about with regards to the quote unquote Jesus ness is the fact that you got to get through the naysayers, right? And I think that I'm going to give you my uncut opinion. You know me, I try to be objective. I'm going to give you, like, whoever's mad is mad, whoever's not is not. In my personal opinion, do I think that Ness is rushing it? A little bit, yes, I do. Now, what do I mean by that? When you tell people that, it's like I'll relate it to jail or prison, right? I've never been to prison, been to jail plenty of times, but the prison thing, the prison thing is like all of a sudden, when you get convicted to life in prison, all of a sudden you found God, you got four Bibles, you change your clothes, you change your eating habit, you get your religious tray and all this other stuff, and people are like, "Oh, you just changed because things are going bad. You're not sorry because you're sorry. You're sorry because you got caught." So, in my personal
But
opinion, uh huh.
but to be fair, and I think people are forgetting this portion of it because
Hey,
it's very
Didi.
important. Hey, Dee Dee, this portion is very important, and I think a lot of people forget. This isn't Nessa's first time, like saying she's on this spiritual journey. Ness has been very spiritual. We've had conversations about church, religion, the Bible, and she's well versed in it. It's just that unfortunately, as a Christian or religious person or whatever, you do tend to fall. And the thing is, it's not about you falling, but it's really about how you get back up. And I don't think Ness is rushing anything. I think Ness is getting back up and she's continuing the journey that she's already started on. That's
Right.
all.
Well, unfortunately, a lot of people are saying, "Well, you did that journey before, and see, it didn't work out." Da 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 da. That's the only reason. I don't mean rushing it on her end. Like, okay, now I got to start reading the Bible, going to church, eating different. Da 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 da. Let me make a little bit of a change to that. I think that she's rushing, telling y'all.
It's
You
but
know what I'm
now she's not rushing telling us because number one, she already knew. Well, she was already spiritual. We've had conversations about that. But two, if you paid attention to her chat yesterday, I think it was Fim and a few other people that said, no, we always known Ness has been on the spiritual
Right.
journey. We just told her to kind of keep it to yourself for now. And then, two, we can't say that she's rushing because she dropped the ball and now she's picking it back up. It's almost like losing weight. Ladies, how many times have we said, well, I'm about to go on this diet so I can lose weight? You have one good cheat meal and then boom, there goes all your progress. And you're just like, well, since I'm here, I
Right.
might as well enjoy it, but I'm going to
Well,
pick this back up.
the only reason I'm looking from the outside looking in, okay, if I don't know Ness at
Hmm.
all whatsoever, right?
Hmm.
I'm just hearing different things. Like people are putting those jackets on her, Bible thumper, Ness the new angel, Pastor Des, Jesus Des, this and that, whatever. That's the only thing I'm saying because honestly, when you start saying like I was found by God and this and that, whatever, I just me
Thank you, Diana.
it's her testimony. It's her
It
testimony.
is.
But oh, Diana, thank you very much.
Thank
If
you
you got
so
a
much.
membership from Diana, please thank Diana because memberships are really different over here. We do live. We
Yeah,
actually do live members only, and in those lives member only, I can be a little bit more open with you all. And usually,
exactly.
like if I'm out here and I'm about to mess something up. Honestly, I ask y'all if you're going to support me after I go do this dumb shit. And my members a lot of times tell me, don't do that or do that. So
Hmm.
it's kind of like my Discord, but on YouTube or whatever, because I
Now,
refuse
also,
to do Discord and group chats and all that other shit.
exactly. Now, also, too, let's also, we have to come out of this mindset of every spiritual walk or every Christian journey is the same. It is not cookie cutter. We all go through different things. We all experience different things. So Nessa's journey is her journey. Nessa is doing the journey for herself. And that's why I told Ness, keep your eye on the prize, honey. It's not going to be easy, trust me. But if you stay focused, keep your eye on the prize and
Yep.
just work
And
your journey. That's all
yep,
you
Ness'
can do.
journey is her journey. Who am I to
Yes.
judge? Yeah, exactly. Old Ness would be would drag for the same. True. I could hear Ness saying, "Don't throw your Bible at me," you know, 3 months ago or whatever. But yeah, her journey. And she's going to have her support. The greatest thing is if your check goes down, you're going to know who supports you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all try fall down and try again. Right. Well, that's the meaning of life. I mean, I'm not perfect.
Absolutely.
Nobody's perfect. Whatever. Fem is a member. Hell yeah, let's go. Yeah, Gummy's
Oh,
a
thank
member
you,
now.
Diana, for giving
Didn't
everybody
the
a
man say
membership.
fall down, but y'all get up?
Donnie McClurkin
Yeah.
said that we fall down, but we get up. But a saint is just a sinner who fell down. That is it. That is it.
Sweet.
Oh,
Miss Spicy's nobody believes us. Yeah, man. Everybody's gonna have. See, my thing is, if somebody has a different standpoint, a different
mhm.
viewpoint, I don't. I look at things. I don't like yes people. Just bring your, your
And we don't
disagreements.
know.
Just to make it,
Right.
make
And
it
we
work.
don't
Something I
know
can
based
work with.
right. And based off of her transparency yesterday, we don't know who she really could have touched at the end of the day either.
True.
So
True. Just make like if you have a difference of opinion or whatever, just be respectful with it. And as I
yeah, that's
said,
all.
I don't like yes people or whatever, but I'm not gonna throw out bad juju. Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Right.
But not towards Ness. What I love about Ness is doing is we never know who she has impacted. Oh, there you
See?
go with her
There you go.
transparency. Exactly, Cosmic Girl. Because I know that people are out there like, okay, if she's willing to do it, damn, she used to cuss people out, turn up, and do X, Y, Z or
Hmm.
whatever. If she's able to do it, I can do it. So I think that also was like with the Sunny and Lemon thing. I hope that works out too. Like when Sonny literally was
Yes.
like, I'll be your partner and this alcoholism, we'll stop drinking
Hmm.
together. We can hold each other accountable. So it's like I want it for everybody. Like,
Me too. Me too.
exactly on why, but why push into onto everyone else? Your journey is your journey.
Exactly, earn why, but why push it onto everyone else? Your journey is your journey. See, there's a difference between talking about your journey and being open and transparent about it and pushing it on someone. I don't think Ness was pushing it on anybody. Because if that's the case, she doesn't push her spiritual journey on Fem. and Fem has different religious beliefs, but I haven't seen us
Hmm.
push it on her. I think people that is saying, well, she's pushing her beliefs on people. I think those are the people that just want to be negative, just to have something to say. Because truth of the matter is, she really isn't. She
And
kept
now
saying,
I,
"Y'all should
yeah.
try him. Y'all should try him." That's not pushing him on anybody.
And I think, and she says I more than she says we. You know, she says this is what it did. I looked into this. I
Mhm.
started looking into God. I started reading. I started. Someone that's trying to push it on you basically tries to make you feel guilty. Hey, if y'all aren't, reading the Bible and doing this, and not cursing, whatever, you're gonna be damned. And then like Nest didn't say when I come to girl talk, are you guys gonna be drinking? Are you guys going to be cursing? Are you guys going to be doing this and that? When somebody pushes it on me, that means that that they're trying to make me think exactly like they do. I haven't
Mhm.
heard that from Ness yet. Now people are going to say that, like, oh, she
Yeah.
thinks that everybody should find God, but I don't know. I mean, everybody's open to their opinion. We'll see how it rolls out.
Yeah,
It's
and
new,
here's my
right?
thing. Here's my thing about the whole Jesus thing. While I am a Jesus believer, I am a Jesus lover, absolutely. However, me personally, do not condemn anybody for their religious beliefs, and here's why. I believe everybody at some point should submit themselves to a higher power. I don't care if it's Allah, Buddha, Jesus, I don't care who it is. Just submit yourself to somebody.
And
That's
then
all.
yeah. You see, here's the thing. Yes, the lesbian thing did come up. She's straight now too. The lesbian thing did come up, and I know that Jay Dunn kind of went in on that or whatever. I know that came in there, but I don't honestly like when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't really even know what the Bible says about it, to be honest.
This is spicy.
Um,
What?
and Donnie is confused. Is he gay or straight every other way? Oh, geez.
Baby, I'm so confused by him too. Okay, but listen, the
Right.
whole
Yes.
lesbian thing. Hey, here's my thing. To that whole lesbian thing, is she gay? Is she straight? My only response to that is this: it's two responses. Let the wheat and the tail grow together. Gotta do the separating, and then it also says
Hey,
work
hey,
out
hey, hey,
work
hey.
out your own soul salvation. So that just simply means, do what works for you, work it out the best way you can. That's all I can say about that. I don't care
Did
about
that person
if she's
just say
gay or
Christ
not.
didn't tell her to be a mother? Oh Lord, yes.
Oh,
People are going low. They're seeing what could shake her. They are going low.
yeah, that's low.
So
That's low.
yeah, yeah, Cosmic Girl. And we don't, as far as I remember, we don't decide who we're bringing into the, on the Earth. But yeah, that's just me.
Yeah,
Um,
that's that
right.
that's too
I'm not a
much.
yes woman. Good, Pandora. Well, you're welcome here because I don't like that yes bullshit. But if we're being respectful, you get an attitude that people who supported you are quite confused.
Hmm.
They probably are because, as I said, once you build a brand, could you imagine like tomorrow you open up Coca Cola? I'm not talking about like Coca Cola vanilla or anything like that. Could you imagine open up Coca Cola tomorrow and it tastes like orange sun kissed? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like once you brand yourself, obviously her being a scratcher, her raising hell or whatever. Do I think I don't want people to think that her style is going to change to be able based on entertaining you all. It's just going to be structured different. Trust me, I used to tell people that used to tear up the streets with me or whatever that went and found God and they
Mhm.
went to church and all this other stuff. I said, okay, so when I come around, can I still bring a six pack for the football game?
Mhm.
Uh, what do I can I still curse if like, since we're gonna be watching the game together, can I still curse to this, that? I just think that her delivery is going to be different. She's still going to be the same person. She's laughing. I think it's a happier Ness. That doesn't necessarily mean that she doesn't know how to do media. I just want people to really, hold on to that. It's not the people
Yeah.
hate Ness. It's Jesus told me part. That's what I've heard. I've heard, but at the same time, though, where do you get what is a blessing, right?
Yeah.
When you pray, what is a blessing? It's Jesus telling you to do stuff, right? um when you pray, you're looking for, a sign, a symbol, somebody else to say something. So I totally understand, and that's why I was saying, like, when you put that comment there, that's why I was speaking on behalf of, maybe you're
Exactly,
coming out with
Sam.
it too fast. You know what I'm saying? But hey, as I said, her spiritual journey, how she wants to come out and tell you all. And then maybe I got to look at it another way. If she's coming out and telling y'all everything, like ABC 1, 2, 3, here's how it goes or whatever, maybe she's getting it all out in the open to, let the haters have everything. Maybe that's not something you want to sprinkle along. I like the Bible one day and then wait a week and say, I don't want to curse, and then wait a week and say, I don't want to drink. Hell, hey, you guys in the chat have made me decide that, just put it all on the table. It might be a better path. Get all the hate out of the way immediately, because you don't want to say, oh, well, you don't want people, because right now they got a Ness tracker. People got their Excel work document out. Oh, she had a drink. Oh, she cursed or whatever. So yeah, I guess put it all out on the table is the better option,
Yeah,
obviously, based on the chat. Been wrong many times, and I will be wrong again. I'm always wrong.
me too.
They want strife with her, and I like to surround myself with all people. It keeps me growing. Good. With all different viewpoints and whatnot. I think when people think, like, if you are into God, the Bible, and stuff like that, all of a sudden you just change your whole everything. You know what I'm saying? Like when you say, like, the people growing, like, that doesn't necessarily mean everybody in girl talk. There's probably going to be people that love the devil. I don't know.
Uh,
But not everybody's going to be like, ooh, no, but they're not going to get their their good church clothes on, their wigs that fall off, and all that other stuff or whatever.
what?
Because y'all be jumping around and running up and down the aisles and shit. Like, I
Oh,
see
listen.
wigs on church
Yeah.
floors sometimes.
Yeah, my church, how they
Um,
get to running around. I be wanting to
right,
trip
yeah,
'em.
throwing sheets over people and stuff.
Oh,
I'm like, Jesus.
yeah. I had to
There's a
throw
way to
one on the
push
lady
something
last week
on
because her
to
top
you,
was
but
so
not
low.
by being outright. Right. That's why I
I
was
can agree with
Pandora. That's
that.
why I was talking about, like, a really good balance is something that would, help. Ness just let me back in the chat, so I'll be in the clouds. Hmm.
Gummy.
Uh,
What?
Gummy's taking it slow. Just chill over here. What's up? She's not pressing her
They just
beliefs on
chill.
anyone, but she was being very judgmental. And I'm glad Beach went to Jay Dunn's to explain that D9 is about she knows her Bible very well.
She
Right.
did
I did
explain it.
see.
Oh, I
I
gotta
did
go
see
watch that.
Beach.
I gotta go
Yep.
watch it.
Hmm. I did
Thank
see
you so
Beach
much,
over there.
Tristan.
Um, and I think that, like what you said, like I've seen that in every chat, and I've seen that, like, in different platforms and whatnot. Based on you saying that you feel like she's pushing it or whatnot, I think that her excitement and her embrace of everything is making people feel like she's pushing. You got to let somebody be happy, and when when something new happens to you that's positive and it changes your outlook and you get into a good mood, maybe they're looking at it like that. Like she's saying, yeah, I found Jesus, y'all should do the same.
Yeah.
But
That's why
she's also talking about health and fitness. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Like, some people need the health and wellness. That has nothing to do with, I mean, it does, but let's just say it has nothing to do with God, the Bible, whatever. That's just bettering yourself, being a
Yeah.
better woman, thinking different, whatever. So I don't want people to think that she's like Bible, 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 Bible,
No, not at all.
Bible. You know what I'm saying?
I think because she's excited, and I think the term I used with her was she was just radical, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with
Right.
that at all.
I don't think Ness has put your beliefs on anyone. I think that her current experience, I honestly think it's refreshing. It is very refreshing,
Yes,
Phoebe.
I
Like,
agree.
super refreshing, honestly, because for someone that Ness, like, exudes that confidence, and Ness exudes that, like, alpha female or whatever. So honestly, like, she's the best person to come out here and be like that, because what do they think when Ness clicked the platform or clicks the platform? Oh shit, here we go. Everybody's gonna get cussed out. We're all gonna feel horrible about ourselves and whatnot. You know what I mean? I don't group the finesses with Ness, just like I didn't want to group in with everything Ness did. Right? I got you.
Huh?
Intrinsic said, "I will never be a Christian because the Bible says I am." Oh yeah. abomination. I believe the Most High, not Jesus.
Okay.
Understood. And my thing is just like we said, like, traditional quote unquote Jesus or whatever. I mean, your body is your temple, right? So I can't necessarily tell you what's best, and that's why I was saying, like, Ness. One of the things that she's very prideful about right now is her fitness journey. And I heard her laughing. She was like, somebody said, "Oh, Ness, you're not that big," or something along those lines. And Ness was like, "Well, you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm drinking these jam cakes or whatever." Well, shout out to the
Yeah,
Jewish, shout out to you. We like
absolutely.
all people, and it'll be really, really good when you see Ness, special co-host at Girl Talk. It'll be really, really cool. Like, I would love
Absolutely.
like the Jewish perspective, the Buddhist perspective, the whatever perspective it is. Obviously, kind of meeting in the minds, and obviously in a support group. If everybody thought the same, what would be the point of a support group, right? Just hang out with people that think the same. Go to the dope house if you like drugs. Go to the swingers party if you're addicted to sex or whatever. Like, everybody's gonna have their thing, right? Let's see. I don't care if she's gay or straight. Like anyone else, I am concerned with my own life. Right? Exactly. Me too. Ness being gay, straight, whatever, bi, or it doesn't change my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud as well. Thank you, Diana. I'm still going to support, but from a distance. I understand. Pandora, a lot of people, like, if you're a true supporter of somebody, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to, like, dive in head first. Maybe, take a step back, see what's going to happen, give her a chance, and, hey, let her walk it like she talks it, right? Because I just hear, like, and it's not going to help. It's very, very biased, and it creates a situation of hate if you keep saying, well, Ness did this wrong, so she's going to do it again. She did that wrong, so she's going to do it again. That wrong. Why not just clear the slate and let her walk it like she talks it, rather than having to hear all this bullshit? I think that is really, really mature to say, I'm going to sit back and, see where it goes before I put in too much of my own personal
Hey,
opinion. Because
Trish.
when you overwhelm somebody with the way that you think, then people don't do things naturally, obviously, right? I wish
Right.
that's the best on her journey. There you go, Ms. Rail, and
Hey, hey, Miss May.
welcome to Manco Television, Ms. Rail. I appreciate it.
And here's my thing about
Uh
this. Here's my thing too. At the end of the day, we all have to stand before our creator and answer and atone for everything we've done. That's why it's very important to just focus on your life. If you don't agree with how someone else is living theirs, just pray for them, love them, and keep it moving. That's
Right.
it.
When she talking about it, she believes in her business. That's her testimony, and people don't like it. Yeah. I mean, because
Absolutely.
people want you to be bad. Like, that's what I'm saying, but it
Yep.
is what it is, right? But it takes courage, right? So
Yeah.
I come out here a lot of times to tell you, like, this episode is going to be picked apart. It's not going to be popular, this and that, whatever. But it's a journey. You're anything worth working for, or anything worth having,
Hmm.
is something that you work for, because then the struggle of getting to where you're at. If something's just
Yeah.
handed to you, you don't take it serious. So it's a
Absolutely.
journey, just like Pandora's been saying.
It is.
Pandora's mature enough to wipe the slate clean, kind of, just sit back and see what's going to happen, right? And
Yep.
you're right, it has to change completely. You're right. But as I said, like, it's a journey,
Hmm.
and it's a process. I'm not looking for Ness to wake up tomorrow and not drag somebody. Christians still drag people, okay? They just don't, like,
Still
tear them
do.
apart like she does. Like, you know what I mean?
Listen, it's a whole
I would
sector
imagine
full of
she's still
church
gonna
folk that just
drag.
drag each other.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's still gonna drag, gag, and all that other stuff. Like, you did, like, she didn't get ordained, okay, or anything
Right.
like that. She's still the same person or whatever. Straight in the family. And sorry, comments. I'm getting down there as fast as I possibly can. But me, I have this issue that I got to communicate with everyone and
Right.
bring y'all into the mix. Like, I'm not
Thank
one of
you,
those
just
people that
chilling.
skips a bunch of comments. I only say I'm Jewish because my family did the religious thing, and Fridays they had no idea we are. Oh, wow. A lot of times people aren't sure when people are Jewish. I have debates with Jewish people all the time. What has to change completely? Right, right. Good question, Cosmic Girl. I was going to ask that. Oh, her content. Yeah. You could put a positive spin on crazy content, but
Yeah.
Pandora probably, and like fem or fem gave the recommendation to have more of a spiritual channel also on the side or whatever, because obviously that's going to bring in that demographic. Some people are uncomfortable with religious conversations. They are,
Now,
and
to
that's why
that.
I said, I told them, make sure
Hmm.
that you incorporate real world experiences. You don't have to shove the Bible down somebody's throat or whatever. But right, you're
Right. So
you're
since we're
exactly
talking about
correct.
real world experiences, I don't think Envy would mind me sharing this. Envy and I, believe it or not, have a lot of religious talks, right? And I'm not trying to change his mind or anything, but we really have these conversations. And to my surprise, Envy went and bought a Bible so he can kind of keep up with what I'm saying, so he can kind of compare what I'm saying to what his beliefs are. So, and there's nothing like have the conversation with people of different religious backgrounds and everything else. And believe it or not, you will see that a lot of these religions and beliefs kind of overlap each other. It's just worded different. That's all.
Mhm.
It's just worded different.
And you're right, film. I've never seen her that happy. Like literally, like
Right.
her, just the way she talks, the way she delivers, like the laughing, the whatever. I like it. I like it. Dang, y'all, and I've been accused that I might be kissing her ass or overdoing it or whatever the case may be. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like I told Lemon, I was like, Lemon, just because we're having this talk doesn't mean we're gonna roll a blunt, walk down the street, get something to eat, grab some drinks, whatever. No, I just care about the fact that I don't want you to f
Yeah.
your life up. You know what I'm saying? So,
Thank you, just chilling.
um, hey, Miss Crystal, I'm blessed by waking up this morning. We're all blessed by
Absolutely.
waking
We
up
all
this
made the
morning.
wake up list.
God decided to give us another day. Everything doesn't change in one day. That is correct. Thank you very much.
Right.
The only reason she chose us crashed out. Okay. Week. Let's see here. What do we got? I'm
Hey,
sorry,
Rex.
y'all. I'm like trying to hit the comments. I promise you. There's plenty of people like you, Pandora, just frequent those spaces, right? Just chilling says, I don't think anyone wants from Ness. A lot of us have been watching Ness for years, and we feel like we know her, but everyone can change. Just don't judge others' focus. Right. I mean, uh, making a commitment to go in, get a Bible, read the Bible, pray, so on and so forth. I saw this a while ago. I'm sorry that I didn't get down. What's up, Trish? Crazy ass, or whatever. People act like that. Are people act like once you reconnect with God, you are no longer living in the flesh, or you will yes do wrong again. Right, exactly.
Yep.
Only one exposed TV. Like I don't like that either. Like it's like, oh my God, it's like you found God, so never have a drink. You know what I'm saying? Or never do this. I always joke with RNY that Jesus turned water into wine, so he wants us to drink. So you know what I'm saying? I always find a way to get out of it and excuse my quote unquote bad behavior. Also, I really do appreciate the super chat. That means I'm doing something right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate that. Thank you. That I love colors in the chat. That keeps me going. Fem said everyone's journey is their own. Last time I checked, heaven don't have a buddy pass. No, heaven, heaven
Okay.
definitely doesn't have a buddy pass. Listen, I'm going to be doing this. They're going to crack the door open a little
Not
bit.
knocking.
They're gonna be like, one of the angels is gonna come down and be like, yes. I'm like, isn't
Not
this heaven?
knocking.
Like, hey, hold on, isn't this heaven? The angel's gonna be like, yeah.
If you
I'm
start
like,
knocking at the
okay, I'm
door.
ready. I'm ready. The angel's gonna shut the door and be like, we'll see your ass in about
Oh my God.
we'll see your ass a little later, bruh. And he'll kick me down that stairs. Right
Not
down into
knocking.
purgatory. Oh yeah, they're not gonna let me right in. You know what I'm
Lord
saying?
Jesus. You have a good evening too, Pandora. RY
I'm
did a
gonna be
great job
pissed.
letting her
A fighting
know.
angel be like, man, get the hell out of my way.
Mhm.
Get out of the way of the door.
A great job letting her
RNY
know
did a
her
great job of
personal
letting her
Oh,
know
thank
no
you.
personal matters. Yeah. What's up,
Thank
Barn
you.
Dog?
Hey,
Appreciate
Bar
seeing you
Dog.
as always. Cool Storm. We all fall short of his glory when we stand in front of God. He ain't asking you about mess. He's going to ask you about you. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Because God, Hey, LaDon, how you doing?
Hey,
I thought
LaDon.
LaDon raised her hand with a question. I was like, let me getting drunk, and his people say, if you don't like it, don't watch. Well, same for Ness. If you don't like it, don't watch. But y'all rather watch than hear about the Bible. True. And my thing is I get a lot of comments in my chat complaining about my lives. Like, the comments below the description after the lives, I get a lot of people complaining. What the hell? You shouldn't approach things this way, or you should think that way, or I didn't understand this, or I didn't appreciate that. I'm like, I don't understand why somebody complains so much. Just don't watch. I'll never understand why
Yeah.
people watch on a daily basis and leave me comments complaining every day. It's not like, and it's not constructive. Constructive is like, hey, you were on the topic. We really wish you would have covered this, and this. Really enjoyed you. I support you. Whatever. It's just a complaint. I'm like, uh, I'm not gonna change. So just as fast as it was to subscribe, it's easy to unsubscribe because
Yeah.
after about 200 in the chat, there's 156 right now. I start getting a little nervous of the hate watchers. Oh yeah. Click the like button. I forget to tell y'all that because just so y'all know, YouTube gives us a grade. If you don't hit the like button, it looks bad.
Uh-uh.
So even if you're a hater, we're praying today and stuff. Apparently, we're talking about the Bible and stuff. So let Jesus let you hit the like button, okay?
You know what? Goofy.
You can have a drink, you can smoke a blunt. Jesus will forgive you if you hit the Man Code Television like button. All right, Christians are human. Last I checked, we all fall short. Yes, we do. I fall
Yes, we
short
do.
every day.
Every
And then
day.
I best
Multiple
drag
times a
screw for the
day.
Holy Rollers, that old, nice, nasty Southern church.
Ooh, Fim, you ain't never like that's why I enjoy Miss Cruiser so much, okay?
Yeah,
Love
the
it.
20, the 25-year-old, the 25, 30-year-old good looking women are wearing grandma dresses. Gra-
Back in the day my uncle called
gra-
them frocks.
oh, dang, I have 50 bottles. Could I have sent one? Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Diana's got a Bible in every room. And
okay.
I always wondered, like back in, I don't know, before I looked it up, I always wondered why Bibles were in hotels and motels. I'm like, what? You know what I'm going to do in here, don't you? What up, Rex? How you doing, man? Shout
Hey,
out to you.
hey
Well, they
Rex.
should have joined in the conversation if they are going to. Exactly, Cool Storm. It's amazing to me when people do that. They just go in there to complain. But constructive. Like, don't join the conversation if it bothers you. I'm all about that. Like, I mean, pay to speak your mind. We love the debate. You have to the right to feel how you feel. Absolutely, fam. I really do appreciate that. Yes, and thank you for reinforcing the fact that I can't stand yes people. Like, tell me
Right.
I'm wrong, and I'll be good. Hey,
Oh
y'all.
yeah,
What's up,
I
Angie?
love a good healthy debate. Hey
I have
Angie.
moms and grandmas Bibles plus new one. Oh
Oh
boy.
jeez.
You gotta go. You got a whole you got generational Bibles in there.
With all types of
Let's
highlighter
see.
colors in it.
Tracy says, fam bless Watkins,
Oh,
made you get your mind right. All right. What's up, Just Jay? How you doing?
hey
Just
just Jay.
just let her live. Yeah. I like the positivity that's coming in here. Thank you so much. That's a great comment, just I want to see the condition of MV Bible at the end of 2026. Well, it hasn't been cracked open too well, and that Bible probably come across the room on its own and hit me in the face. Like, excuse me, you haven't read me in like a week and a half. Be like,
See?
oh Jesus, I'm sorry. I need to get the audible one. And just play it. Now replace people with Pandora. There you go. Film, baby, let me go smoke like good loud and listen to some
Okay.
gospel. Y'all have a good evening. All right, damn,
I
and
know
listen to
that's
some
right,
gospel.
Pandora.
Jeez.
Hmm.
You can You can
Barbara.
borrow a Bible from Diana. She's
That's what they
not.
call Miss Crystal, the Gideons. Thank you. I could not think of the name.
I'm still in sin.
Ah,
I sin every about 30 minutes. Okay.
I sin every day.
Uh, what y'all talking about, Nick?
The-
No pressure. We're all over the place right now. I sound like Pastor Envy, and Deacon Pastor Envy and Deacon RNY. You know what
What
I'm
is it?
saying?
Deacon,
Every day I go
is it
on
Deacon,
IG, my
Deaconess? One
salvation.
of them.
Oh,
Every day I
Angie.
go on IG.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Angie.
IG will definitely make sure that you look at the world. You look at the world a little different. IG is like the new OnlyFans, really.
It
To
is.
be honest with you, it's crazy. Like, why would you subscribe to? Nah, never mind. Let me keep going.
Mm-mm.
When I was talking to you, Pandora, I said your name. I said your name. Damn it! Listen to me. Exposed TV. I love Exposed TV because Exposed TV doesn't give a damn.
Hold on. Go
She's
back to that
sweet.
comment.
She's
Wait a
sweet,
minute.
but she's sweet, but she will tell you what the hell's going on. Not Envy knocking on heaven's door unless she let it. Oh, like excuse me. I'm with RNY. Oh wow.
Now, that was funny. That was funny. Okay.
Excuse me. I'm with RNY. You know what? You know what?
Oh,
They'll be
okay.
like,
Just vodka.
okay, like going to a football game or whatever. They got the, you can be on the field, the 100 level, the 200 level, the 300 level. They'll let her in. She's gonna go straight in. I'll be sitting in the nosebleed section in heaven, like just having RY there might be. They might get me a pass for the day, a day pass,
That's
but
funny.
they're gonna put me right out. You know what I'm saying? But that's
Oh,
funny as hell just there. Excuse me, I'm with RY.
that that was comical.
I like
Jeez.
that. RY, me and Don friends tonight.
Oh
Okay.
Lord.
Oh my. Oh geez. Rex is
Yeah.
drinking
He
already. Uh
getting
oh. Oh my gosh. Good old Levi.
good old.
RY and Ness conversation was epic. I loved it. Oh
Thank
yeah, yeah,
you.
yeah. RY and Ness. Yeah, I was scared. I was like, where's the altar? you know, I text RY. I said, "Don't turn into Pastor RY,
Yes,
please."
that's
Um,
literally what he
talk,
texted me
you
on.
know, put it into some real world experiences. And I know you're waving. Damn it! You know what? And Ladon, hey everybody, if you forgot, Ladon's a lesbian. She tells us
That is
every so
sick.
often. I'm the only
Oh,
lesbian in here. Hey, shout out to the lesbians. Hey,
that
the
is
lesbian said this.
sick.
She's like the lesbian representative. She's got the flag and everything running down the street, hitting us in the face. You know what I mean?
That
I'm
is
just messing with you. You
sick.
know I love you, LaDon. Stop it. There we go. You like colors, Envy in
Oh,
chat, Envy? Yes, I like colors. What Diana, colors are super chats. That's what I mean by colors.
oh,
Um, oh, but Diana Diana could be being sarcastic, like colors only, whites only.
oh,
Yeah,
geez.
yeah,
I didn't even
Diana
think
could
about
be.
that.
I just thought about it. You like colors? You see me colored in the chat.
Oh,
Oh my gosh!
that is
Yeah,
sick.
I can't. It took me a second. It took me. I think that's what you meant,
Thank you,
Diana.
Miss
That's if you
Erica.
did, that's funny as hell. If you didn't, lie and say you did because it sounds good. All right, won't he do it? God knew Noah drank, but he didn't get mad until he turned into a drunk and failed to follow his instructions that he gave him. My dad disagrees with this, but it's true, right? And one of the things Rick Reed actually said to Lemon via live and otherwise is that um, you know if you remove basically the way that Rick Reed explained it about alcohol and lemon, which is related to this comment, is that you need to remove alcohol to the point of self control. So basically, what that means is like we already know, like drink number two if you're tolerant when you go
Thank
to
you,
drink number
Diana.
three or drink number four, drink number five, like Rick Reed wasn't condemning Levin from drinking or whatever, but with this right here, it's okay to do everything in moderation. I think that
Yeah.
it's stupid to do take on vices and do things I don't
Oh,
think that God wants us to abuse things. I think that if it takes over your mind and spirit, I think that's where the issue comes from. I've
yeah.
been day drinking my water turned to wine.
I'm
Oh,
sick of
okay.
you.
No,
Diana, thank you for the gifted
listen.
memberships. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my water turned into wine is actually bourbon. So, and I don't drink, so I don't know why the hell I'm having a drink today,
Listen,
especially talking about this. But hey, shout
if
out
my
to.
water can turn into a smoked out old fashioned, I will be all right.
Oh, I know. All
Uh-huh.
right, perfectly imperfect. He tried to tell me it was grape juice. I said the Bible said wine.
Oh my God. Cool storm.
Cool storm. Damn, you see, you told the church to step up their game.
Okay.
Yes, but then when I start getting into Catholicism, the wine and the bud and all that, we
Yeah.
get crazy. So I'll stop right there with that. The Gideons. There's Noble.
Uh,
Noble. What's up,
if
Noble?
you were
Noble.
if you were one of the ones that was gifted another membership from Diana,
Oh
please
yeah.
tell her thank you. Please.
Oh my gosh, Diana, that's awesome. Gosh, I'm gonna have some great members only lives. Just
Uh,
because of you, I promise I will
definitely
bring the
appreciate
heat
it.
with the membership. Thank you so much. Noble, what a hell of a
What up,
position you were
Noble?
put in yesterday, Noble. Good Lord.
Oh, over there at Lolo's.
Yeah. No, at VS's.
Oh, that.
So Noble, let me tell you what I thought about that. I think VS was right about what she said. So I don't know, like the optics, right? So we had, and it was funny. VS typed a banner, fight, like FIIIIIIGH, like fight. So it was Noble, Rob Rax, and Tracy. Oh, Noble, Rob Rax, Tracy, and New Era Kane. And we all know, like, they kind of have certain things in common, right?
Yep.
Then she played a video with Janet, and she brought in the whole, the whole dating site, basically. You know what I'm saying? And Nova was put in a position. If I do that, that means I'm drinking water. Nova was put in a position and VS was like, damn, you're getting mad, Noble, because basically Tracy is taking Rob Brack's side and building Rob Brack up. And Noble, what's going on? So Noble started going to his, you live in a hotel. I'm and Noble got out of his body. They were trying to get Noble out of his body. You live in a hotel. I got a house. I am engaged. We don't compare or whatever. And then Noble, they put Noble in a they had Noble in a damn what you call it shelter. And then they had Rob Rack in the hotel trying to compare each other. I was like, wow. So we're comparing a shelter to that was very interesting, Noble. But I want to know,
Dang.
did you feel like you were put in the middle of that? Do you feel like you were set up? Because Noble, that didn't look so good, because you got out of your body. I think that's what everybody was waiting for. I don't care. My daddy said Jesus drank that wine. I'm drinking plenty of wine because yes, Jesus did drink it. And if you know, when they went flipping over tables and doing this and acting a fool in his father's house, Mary said, hey, I need you to turn some of this water into wine. You know what I mean? And then they acted more of a fool. But anyway, that's a story that I love because I like the craziness. Jesus was a gangster. You're crazy as you're too funny. Like at Lolo's. Thank you. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. I was arguing with everybody. Then let
Yeah, that was crazy.
then Ghetto was 30 minutes from anywhere that people wanted to meet up. Like if he was arguing with Noble, he was 30 minutes from Detroit. When he's arguing with me, he's 30 minutes from Chicago and 30 minutes from Atlanta. Like Ghetto, and then Ghetto was, did you see him practice boxing?
I did. I saw that.
Hey, he was up doing his boxing. I was waiting for his old ass to dislocate a shoulder or something, punch in
Listen,
the air. You
I'm
know what
not
I
gonna
mean? He
lie.
was up there.
What Ghetto said, Envy, I'm working out for the next 3 days. Like, what?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That was
Miss
funny to
Crystal
me.
says Envy don't smoke or drink, but he left his cigarette in a bar.
Huh?
Listen, I
Man,
smoke and drink, but I hate cigarettes. I would never. Shout out to ZX for smoking cigarettes in his house. Um, the only reason
That's
I say that
it.
is ZX has been trying to prove to audio for about 4 days that he only smokes one cigarette and keeps lighting the same one, that he's not a chain smoker. And the funny thing is I was like, okay, he's not a chain smoker, but you can smoke too much of one cigarette. Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
If you
From
like
what
the
from
same
what I
cigarette,
saw.
it might be a chain smoker. You don't have to necessarily smoke cigarette to cigarette to cigarette to cigarette to be a chain smoker. So, just a little, a little fun, make funny a little bit. It is what it is. It's lighthearted. I could see Jesus saying, "Hold up, Envy, let me go get my daddy." Ah,
Oh my God.
jeez.
Y'all are crazy.
That's crazy. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. If I made it past the doorman, if I actually made it to oh yeah, Jesus would be like, "Hey, hold on a second, bro. Uh, yeah, let me." Yeah, the dad
Listen.
would send Jesus back and be like, "Yeah, just tell him, don't even worry about that conversation. I already know. I'm gonna ask him. I'm just gonna ask him questions." Y'all too cute. Thank you, just Erica.
Thank you.
Uh, sorry it takes me to get somewhere. So damn. Sorry it takes me so long to get through the chats to be able to thank you all for the memberships and the things like that. But Diana, thank you so much for gifting 5 more memberships. Believe it or not, my goal in life is to be a members only channel. Because I don't necessarily like the bushes or the clouds. Now I'm good with the bushes and the clouds when people are trying to get to know me and stuff like that. But if you hate watch me, I love being behind the paywall sometimes. So thank you very much. And y'all say thank you to Diana if you received a membership. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
LaDon is a mess. I love it. Yes, LaDon is a mess. Dropping colors in the chat. There you go. Yeah, see, see, just Erica. That's what I mean. But just Erica's still making fun of me because coloreds. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome, RY. Yeah. I like the channel. I appreciate that, Diana. Also make sure that you subscribe to RNY as well. Where do I have it? Right here. Let's see here. Yep, RNY TV. Make sure you subscribe.
Thank
She is
you.
about to hit a milestone, and trust me, each and every
Yes.
one of you, she gets excited. She'll text me and be like, I got 850, I got 802, got 810, I got 815. Oh, I got, you know what I mean? So she definitely appreciates the subscriptions because when you subscribe
Absolutely.
over there, you're actually subscribing to like a vibe because it really is like a woman's place where y'all can go do your thing, without us bothering y'all. Let's see. I like the channel. Let's see who else we got. Noble and Tracy was woo bagging. Yes, they were. Golly, the Noble and Tracy showdown at VS's. I was gonna say if you miss it, go back, but it's on private.
Oh,
If you
geez.
miss a VA, or if you miss a VS live, you're probably gonna miss it forever. The Bible also says, "Be not drunk with wine." Oh, well, there you go. Hey, I'm not drunk, but I'm not. I'm not.
Thank you, Diana.
I'm not drunk, but I'm buzzing.
I'm
Never
buzzing.
disrespectful chair. Just I really do appreciate that. Yeah, I don't disrespect people, but I will tell you like when you're wrong, what I think. I always come with the unpopular opinion that people run with. They're like, "Oh my God, you said that over there." People use my talking points like it's damning everything to hell or whatever. My daddy kicked me out of the choir when I found out I was shacking up. Oh damn,
Oh, oh
cool
yeah,
storm.
cool storm. I could tell based off that comment, I could tell you grew up in the old school church where when girls got pregnant, they had to stand up in front of the church and admit it. Whew. I remember them
Oh.
days. Yeah.
Damn, cool storm.
Oh,
Cool
not kicked
Storm
out
was
the
using the
choir.
choir to hook up. Jeez, that's hey, what do they say about?
Mm.
I keep going.
Mhm.
Oh, let's
Just
see about. Okay, what do they say about church girls? There you go. All right, sounds like a high school cheer. All right, here comes Noble. I had it talk over. Are you okay, Noble? I had to talk over people. I wasn't out my body. I was just entertaining the fucking shit. No, you were kind of out of your body a little bit. You almost went into generational wealth or whatever, but you said us men, we need to pick each other up and stop the nonsense. It's such and such. I didn't say dirty clothes in my goddamn suitcase. I don't give a damn. But no, Noble, I don't want to get into anatomy or anything, but Noble said that Tracy's anatomy was something, and then Tracy said Noble's wait, hold on. I'm going to try to say this. Okay, PG-13. Noble said that Tracy's anatomy wasn't doing something, and Tracy said that Noble's anatomy wasn't doing something either. So, Noble took some shots yesterday. He still haven't made it yet. Okay. Rob Rex and Tracy are losers. Their only relationship is on this app. It's a shame people can't handle rejection. Well, I can't say that their only relationship was on this app when we saw them together. Come on, Noble, damn, right? And then the funny thing is people were like, "Hey, I've never been on a dating site before," and I was like, respectfully to everybody on YouTube, you're on one right now. So you know what
See?
I'm saying? But anyway, Noble, look at Diana. Noble, come on, Noble, get your shit together. The Bible says they were drinking spirit. I said, "Yep, I was the wine." I do too. I use the Bible as an excuse sometimes. They say great, so I'm drinking. Greetings, hey, Egyptian goddess. I'm so glad that you're here. Noble says, but at the end of the day, I still had to stand on my business and that being an adult in the midst of childlike behavior. Right, but Noble, you always do complain like childlike behavior, immaturity, whatever the case may be. But you're the one that jumps in the. You go to fuck shit channels and panels and you participate, and then you say that it's immature. So basically, you're talking about yourself, Noble. You see how that comes out. You see how that comes around full circle. Noble will say, isn't that crazy? RNY Noble always does that. Man, this was foolishness. This was not talking about generational wealth, and
Always.
this wasn't doing this, and this is the abomination of black people, and blah 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 blah. But
Always.
you were there participating. I've subscribed to RY Envy, please. Okay, all right. Diana reminds me of Yvonne's sister or something.
I was just thinking she reminds me of
Diana gets
Yvonne.
on me like, yeah,
And I
like
love it.
Yvonne. I love it. This is funny. Ben Scott. Okay. All right. Well, shout out to you, Diana. Okay. I subbed RY. There you go. You got another subscriber. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Doesn't that seem like Yvonne, the way Diana talks to me?
Uh-huh.
Thank you for the
See.
gifted membership. Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad that you got a gifted membership. ZX didn't like you more than RY Envy. I know. ZX doesn't like me at
Oh
all. Well, I
Lord.
mean, ZX tolerates me. ZX, it's all a facade. But see, out on YouTube, you gotta look at everything like a game. You know what I mean? If we're
Mm-hmm.
all pieces running around a board or whatever, you got to look at it as a game, or you'll go crazy. If you start picking each person apart and taking it emotionally, you will hate being on here. Okay. I don't think ZX likes me. We have decent conversations. I watch his lives. He watches my live or whatever. But no, I don't think we're cool. Like, I don't know. Whatever. That's a guess. What up, Barn Dog? Barn Dog, you saw Rick Reed's live. I was just talking about how he was giving Lebanon that big brother talk and whatnot. And I was trying to like take the mask off of like the villain with him, that we all kind of came together and said, like, Levin's not a bad person, but he might irritate the shit out of you sometime, but he's not a bad person. But Barn Dog was going over that live, so I really enjoyed it. It was cool seeing you there as well. Your parents are strict. What's up, L Blue? How you doing? Haven't seen you around here in a few days. Hopefully everything's going well with you, L Blue. Cool Storm. RY, are you familiar with Kojic? I was born and raised in it.
Yeah, I'm Kojic now.
What does that mean?
Church of God in Christ. That's all.
Oh, okay. I don't like you more than RY Envy. You both don't be jealous though. Oh my god. I don't like you more than RY. I know that. Oh my I trust me. Trust me. It's kind of like good cop, bad cop, villain, hero. You know what I'm saying? Like, we
Mm-hmm.
try to balance out, and honestly, if we did a 90% vote, if we let 100 people vote, 90 of y'all like RY better than me.
Oh
Okay.
Lord.
Then I said, just kidding. No, you're not. There's truth in all jokes, aren't there? Isn't there, Diana? Gosh, Diana reminds me of Yvonne. Oh my god. It was fun though. I know, Noble. You were a good sport about it. You were. I know you were angry probably for about 15 minutes after that, and then you got over it. You were a good sport about the thing. I think Nola loves to argue with Tracy. I do too. That's their love language. I think we see their love language. Unpack in front of us. But it is what it is on that. Preacher's kids are mean because they play with the deacon's kids. Oof.
Oh, geez.
Oh. Yay. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, the whole church gets together and corrupts each other. They probably say stuff about each other like, hey, your dad's only the deacon. Your dad's only the preacher. Like, they probably go back and forth. My God, I could imagine. Just Erica, she just lies so damn much that what pisses me off. Then yesterday, like, if she did tell something against you, she did admit it, like, shortly thereafter. I did see that. That was a typo. My God. Mean mug. What's popping? What's going on, mean mug? I hate being a preacher's kid because people see us as being perfect. Our parents were saved, not us. I like how you put
Mhm.
it at the end. Our parents were saved, not us. I like how you put
That
that at
part.
the end. That's funny. Just like when people try to make RNY and I the same person. We're not Siamese twins. You
Not at
know,
all.
she,
That was
she goes
stupid.
to she goes to church, not me, y'all. Okay. That woman has a brain the size of a fruit fly. We supposed to do this and that. No, we're regular people who love to sin. I love to sin. Rules are made to be broken, right? Cool Storm,
Mhm.
or there wouldn't be rules. And I like to break them more than I like to follow them. Trust me. Oh, no wonder I relate to you so strong. There you go, Cool Storm. Let's go, Noble. Please. You knew when you hit the link he was about to pick with her. Exactly. I don't like when Noble fakes the funk. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm never going to let him live down that he gave us an address to pull up on him, and it was a bando with spray paint that said call this number for inquiries or whatever. But Noble, yes, you know damn well when you join panels that you're going up there to woo bang. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, Noble. That's that's the company we keep out here on YouTube. So as I said, I'm not necessarily saying anything is wrong with that at all whatsoever. Come woo bang, because to be honest with you, this is supposed to be made up. It's supposed to be fantasy. You're supposed to get away from your stresses and all that other stuff that you have in life. So I don't want to argue with these people because most y'all are letters and avatars. So I don't want to argue sometimes. But you know what? When I joined Lolo's panel, for example, I knew I was going to argue with somebody. I like RNY better than better, but you cool. I appreciate it,
Oh,
Rex.
dang, Rex.
I know Rex is built like that. You know what I'm saying? But Rex does say that all the time. Listen, if I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna send money, or if I'm gonna cash it up, or I'm gonna come up here to the panel, it's because of RNY and the RNY. I've got notes in my cash app. This is RNYs. I'm like, okay. All right, I'll get it over to her right away. But
That's
not
funny.
once did I call her out of her name. Okay, no, Noble, we got you, bruh. All right, but you did say that. Yeah, you did say that her. You did say her pee was dry. We'll just leave it at that. All right, so let's keep going. But she did return the favor by saying something about you. With straight man, so we'll leave that out of it. As Crystal, let's see, that's true. You don't call her bad names. I respect that. He doesn't. He doesn't. Which is cool. I don't argue with women at all. I try not to on this app or whatever. I think I called one woman a bitch like in my whole time in the beef sector, and I'm still hearing about it because they know I don't argue with women, or I try not to. Jeez. Even though they're easy to argue with because y'all are irrational and hormonal and all that other shit. Woo! Right. Okay, let's go. Thank you. Just say I'm still working on myself. Yes, Noble, we're all working on ourselves, okay? Oh my God. You talking about oh, let's see.
That for Ohio State?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering if it
Oh.
was for Ohio State because I didn't say OH. I'm not. I'm pretty sure that Diana is saying something to somebody. Basically abbreviating something that somebody said out here. Lord have mercy. Woo! Just Erica. I know what just Erica said. Lord have mercy too. Noble's comment to Tracy. You doing good over there?
You said, "Am I good?" Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh. I'm
My
looking at this
grandfather was
chat.
a Southern Baptist preacher, the deacon's grandkids. Okay. I used the B word a few times. Yeah, Rex. Rex. But you know what, though? I do have to give it to you, Rex. You argue with men,
I will
you
give Rex
know?
that too. I can't lie.
I don't see Rex disrespect women, but golly, like if you got feelings involved as a man when Rex is talking to you, you're gonna you're gonna want to jump out of the closest window. But no, I don't. The crazy shit that you say, Rex. I haven't seen that energy directed towards a woman, so that's obviously really really cool. Um, you know. I try, as I said, I try to do the same. Sometimes I fall short. Well, I don't fall short calling women out of their name and stuff, but I fall short getting irritated at the people. Um, okay. So, all right, we went over the Rick Reed part. Okay,
Yeah.
so the RNYs channel part of the title. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm not involved. What I mean by that is like, yeah, you'll see my posts. Yeah, you'll see my shares of her polls. You'll see the shares of her channel. You'll see all that, whatever, right? So you're like, okay, well, he's very involved, very supportive, this and that, right? And RY explained to me, she was like, I know that you stay away so that we can have like our girls thing and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I do stay away so that you guys can have like your own, thing.
Right.
And one thing that stuck out to me one time is I think I was on a panel, right? And I'm not going to say what panel or whatever. I was on a panel and a couple of people in the chat. You guys know I don't click links and drop in chats and do all that much. It's very sparingly. But when I was on a link, some people in the chat said, "We love you, Envy, but can we have our ROI back?"
Oh Lord. Mm.
I was like, yeah, yeah, of course. So I jumped down from the panel, left, and I said, and then RY hit the panel, and everybody was happy, right?
Oh boy.
So everybody that likes me isn't gonna like her. Everybody likes her isn't gonna like me. But honestly, I'm like damn near close to public enemy number one. I don't have a lot. I got hate watchers, but at the same time, I think you guys like me, but I don't think you can tell anybody that you do. Um, because when I go around YouTube, it's a good greeting or whatnot. Couple haters, but at least the chat doesn't do to me like they do to somebody like yeah, God damn that old motherfucker, he's here and he's gonna go outside with his 380 and like y'all don't do
See.
that to me or whatever. But I want RNY to have RNY supporters. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be like, hey, we're coming over to RNY's. Here's Envy. Like
See.
all it would be is a continuation of this show, just at a different location, right? So I want y'all to have your supporters. I want you guys to feel that's RY space. Now, as I told her, I said, yeah, I'll definitely. And then she was like, well, Sundays aren't all women. Wednesdays are a little bit more open. I said, yeah. I want to stop by or whatever, but as I said, I don't want all my haters or whatever to permeate over to there but I will stop by. I will drop in the chat. I might hit the panel every now and then or whatever. But I'm trying to leave y'all alone. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not RNY's channel plus envy. But that doesn't mean that I have a lack of support or anything like that. I just want y'all to have a space with her. Okay. Because people already say, people say when she's on here sometimes, like, they're getting used to it now, but you don't think for yourself. You don't speak up for yourself. You don't have
Right.
anything to say for yourself. So
Exactly.
I'm like, well, and you might see me in other chats when she's live. I do that on purpose, by the way, so that y'all can see that I'm not over there. I know that people can have 5 devices or whatever, but I'm typing in somebody else's chat. I'm not watching anything else. but I 100% totally support it, and I will show my presence over there. But I don't want y'all to think that it's RNY plus one. My granddaughter was Southern Baptist preacher. The deacon's grandkids made me a naughty kid. Oh Lord, the deacon's grandkids made me a naughty kid. Let's go, Miss Crystal.
See?
Oh man, hey,
Mm-mm-mm.
you can find love in that church. Wow, let's go. just because it's a church doesn't necessarily mean that we don't want to have the after party, right?
Right.
I used
Jeez.
the B word a few times. I know, Rex. It's all good, man. You know what I mean? All is forgiven. I'll do a poll. Rex, I'm gonna do a poll for you, Rex, out on my community wall. If Rex ever called you a B, are you okay now? Well, you know what? It's just Rex. We'll get that. We'll get it's just Rex. And you're drinking. I was gonna say he's drinking early, but it is 7:15 p.m. So do your thing, Rex. You said these women attack the men, and when the men fight back, it's the men against women BS. Jesus. Cool Storm, say that 25 times. Like
See?
you know how many times I got to remain quiet when I'm being yelled at and this and that or whatever. But see, my thing that I hate about that Cool Storm is it goes beyond just a one-on-one panel thing. It goes into like the woman can run for the hills, talk to their supporters jump on it, and all of a sudden, a man gets dogpiled for having a single conversation that didn't go well on the panel. So I know that a lot of people say like a woman might say something to a man on the panel and the man can't respond. That is absolutely correct. But me personally, I hate that. I hate the group think people when like is someone that you argue with on a panel. They go to their panel, and then all of a sudden, none of their supporters can drop in your chat. None of the supporters can share you out. Nobody can hit the like, this and that over a simple argument because it's like, why are you supporting these men? You guys are misogynistic. You guys are male identified and blah blah. You can't win, right?
Nope.
In the beef sector, if you're gay, cool. But if you're straight and you stick up for yourself or whatever, then the people around me are male identified just because I carry more of the alpha slash sigma male personality traits. Let's see. RY, yes, beef sector envy. We support her. Are you okay? Woo! Beef sector envy. What? Hold on. Let me try to break this down. RY, beef sector envy. Oh, you saying beef sector envy? We support her. Are you okay? I know y'all do. I know y'all do, Diana. You know what I'm saying? I am definitely okay. You see this, RY? Diana, want
Mm-hmm.
to make sure.
I
Just
seen
see
it.
here.
Hmm.
You're so.
Speaking for beef sector.
Well, speaking for B
Hey,
sector,
newbie.
excuse me. Oh no, I know you are. I know you are, Diana. And my thing is the sector that I claim is the sector where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to a lot of sectors: prison sector, Mo3 sector, beef sector, black sector, whatever. So you know what? Now I'm doing beef sector content, and I'm in the beef sector, so I'm beef sector. Okay. Tomorrow I might be Mo3 sector, but I will tell you this: my best times thus far on the internet has been in the beef sector because I know y'all are crazy and y'all are gutter and all the other shit or whatever, but there's more people over here. In other sectors I go to, it's like needle in the haystack to find people that can actually have a conversation, talk about something, make content with whatnot. But then, in the B sector, it's easier to find, that class, that somebody who wants to have a conversation or whatnot. So as I grew up in life, I came to the B sector because of the demographic. I'll be honest. I'm in the B sector because of the demographic. What's up, newbie? And that's what this is all about, Diana. I know that you probably seen like this, for example. I call myself Mo Beef Sector because I come from the Mo3 sector, but I'm in the beef sector doing content. So like on one side, like we can be greasy, we can be trolls, we can piss you off, whatever on the Mo3 side. But then you see the classy woman over there. That's how I look at the beef sector. Y'all want to hear us actually use three-syllable words and make some sense and not be all over the place. You don't want to hear screaming and hollering all the time. So it's a good balance. I made this banner as well. Mo Beef Sector. So if that's what you're wondering, that's what I am. Mo Beef Sector. I made it up. Yes, I made it up. All right. ROI. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And then newbie.
Hey, newbie.
Let's see here. I'll be there. People say, oh yeah, I said people said they want RY supporter anyway. I can the networking. Oh, and just so y'all know, my networking is also driving. I am trying to drive a diverse crowd over to RNYs as much as I possibly can. She does have Mo3 supporters, Black Sector supporters, Beef Sector supporters, and also music. I'm going to tie, my behind the scenes and stuff. So when you see her thumbnails or whatnot, you might see like Sean Paul or somebody else on there, people I work with that, that might stop through or, that we're working on, or I'm trying to, figure out how to market it. So I support from afar, but I'll be there. All right. I promise. I promise I'll be here. All right. Here goes Molly. Go ahead.
The RNY might understand what I'm saying when I say this, but I think it's hilarious when you, Envy, describe the beef. Describe the beef sector as
Uh-uh.
like the classy growing space. Listen. Oh, I get exactly what you're saying, Molly.
I,
I get it. Oh, geez.
listen, listen. Okay.
Molly, I'm sorry.
I,
That comment tickled me. I'm
you know what
sorry.
I'm thinking when I read that? I'm thinking of
But
the people that aren't. I'm thinking of the people
mm-mm.
that aren't. Yes, I know,
Gee.
Molly. I need to. I need to reposition the way that I say it. Okay, there are many more women with class that with there are many more women of class in any sector I've ever been in my life. Okay. Many more. So I will adjust it for you, Molly. But trust me, I know I can shoot off like 10, 15 names right here where that proves me wrong, right? Not to mention uppity at all whatsoever.
Oh
But
Lord.
hey, um, but I do
Uh,
think that's how other sectors look at us. Oddly, they do actually, Molly. Like me not being from the beef sector, people always said that. Oh, they go on vacations. Oh, they have reality shows. Oh, they get together and have these conversations. Oh, there's a bunch of classy women over there, doctors, lawyers. Yes, I've been outside on the outside looking at Molly. They definitely think that the beef sector is the country club. They really do. I'm telling you. I
that's
did too.
crazy.
I came over and started, yeah, looking around a little bit more. But, they do think that the beef sector is the country club, Molly, for sure. Or old aunties, they think that too.
And not old aunties.
They think that people are a little bit older, but the
That's
demographic and
funny.
other, but they are. The beef sector demographic is, I mean, look at Mo3 sector versus beef sector. Like y'all are 10 years older, so yes, demographically, old aunties. I love that. That she's crazy. So Mo3 was like Drake rap and sing. Never heard of him until the Mo3 sector. Drake rap and sing. Not that we aren't, to be clear. Absolutely. It's nice. No, I get what you're saying. It's not wrong, really. It isn't. It isn't. Because my thing is, Molly, when and then people like other sectors or whatever, and I'm not necessarily saying the CCs, I'm talking about more the subscribers, supporters, or whatnot. They think that coming over to the beef sector is like breaking down walls, breaking down doors, crawling through the mud or whatever. I'm not saying that other sectors aren't, but as I said, they look at it as like a membership or a rite of passage being over here. Literally that's outside looking in. And shout out to the beef sector, okay? I think that TMO wanted me to go to court yesterday and said I'm beef sector.
Mm.
And then she goes beef sector adjacent, beef sector 2.0, beef sector 2.5. She didn't know what I was, but it's all good. I'll take them all. You know what I mean? I might just call myself beef sector for like a week to see how many people I could piss off. You said no. I like okay, all right, all right. Molly said, "Well, slow down on uppity." All right, well. There are others. I'm not going to mention names or whatever, but some people might need raid in their house. Some people might need mold removal. Some people might need self-cleaning ovens, things like that, mop, sweep, all that other good stuff, right? Uppity is not beef sector, Molly. There you go. There you go. She knows better. Let's go, Diana. And Diana, I'm working my way in. I don't know. I used to ask, like, who do I need to check in with? Who do I need to call? Who would I need to go to so I can be beef sector? You guys, who do I need to talk to? Who do I need? Because hey, I might want to be beef sector sometime soon. Like, who do I sign up with? Because I know there's like a waiting list or something like that. Hey, oh, geez, welcome wait. Oh,
Huh?
the
Oh,
welcome the TNT. I'm trying to look at all the letters without them being capitalized. Welcome to. Oh, damn,
welcome to
I'm
TNT
sorry.
Family Show.
It's Saturday, y'all. I'm sorry. I can't read. I can't do whatever. Saying you love sin is crazy. Well, I embrace sin. How about that? Is that better? No, Diana,
Mm.
I want to
Whoop.
know who I need to meet with. Diana's like, listen, don't even talk about beef sector. We're never letting you in. The coalition? Who is the coalition? Sean Bradley and
I
who's the
have no
coalition?
idea who that is.
Oh yeah, you got it. You got it. I appreciate it. Thank you. I was just looking at all the letters and like my eyes started to cross. But no, I appreciate that. Welcome to the TNT show. Got it. Got our family show. All right. Yeah, the coalition. Diana, can you tell me who the coalition is so I can look them up, send them an email, see what's going on? I'm just here to support you. I appreciate that. I haven't seen you around, so I really do appreciate that. I try to bring unbiased commentary, but sometimes I go off the rails and get myself in trouble. Oh, I got to go through Molly.
See?
That might be rough. That might be rough. I would have to go through. That's a lot of red tape to go through. Going through Molly. Oh my gosh, Molly would never let me in. I have been in B sector since day one, and I still laugh when I hear someone say who is and who isn't B sector. To be honest, the ones who say it weren't here either. Right, Lynn. That's what I always. That's what I always see. I see people bang their chest, boom, boom, boom. Oh, beef sucker, oh, beef sucker. I'm like, what the hell? Like you put yourself into an imaginary in an imaginary shadow band algorithm. Okay, cool. But you're right. We have the same thing in the Mo3 sector issues or whatever. But you know what, Len? The way that I look at it is like this. If you are a star high school athlete and you go to the best, college, let's just say you go to Ohio State, you don't have to tell people you're good at football. Like obviously, like you got picked by the best school in the country or whatever. You don't have to tell people that. So like if you look at the OGs, like anybody from Rick Reed to Sean Bradley to anybody, they don't say I'm beef sector. I'm beef sector. VS doesn't say I'm beef sector. Shelly doesn't say beef sector. The people that want to be a part of something that they've always been trying to get into are the ones that bang their chest. It's annoying as shit. Oh yeah, and Molly said no, no, Envy, that would be conflict. Molly said it'd be like insider trading. You
Oh
know what I'm
Lord.
saying? Like Molly would just give me that would be bad because Molly would let me in and kick me out every 3 days. Could you
See,
imagine like
not
how
at
much
all.
Molly and I argue? Molly be like, "You're not beef sector." Oh, and then type in there, oh, I was just on a rant. I'm sorry, you're beef sector. Bali would be tough. Oh my gosh. No problem, my friend. Anytime. Thank you. This is the right, right. I always say, Lynn. I used to say I'm internet sector.
Oh
Like,
Lord.
I get on the internet and I click in. Like, do I have to when I click into no jumper? Do I have to say I'm no jumper? I'm no jumper sector or whatever. It's something that we make up just for apparently no reason. Sounds like a lot of following pick me type of bullshit in my opinion, but it is what it is. You've beef sector for a while now, as far as I can tell. Diana, the crazy thing is I've been in the beef sector since 2000. Where are we at? Oh, we're at 26. All right, 29. I've been in the beef sector since 2022. Okay, a lot of people, some people know that, some people don't. If they saw my beef with VS over there at Mahia's in the Mo3 sector, whatnot, and I have a couple things that I've done in the beef sector, whatnot. So I would say 2022. So you guys, that allows y'all to tolerate me a little bit, not accept me, but tolerate me. Hello, Molly. I've honestly never been one of those like strict about sectors. Sometimes I do, but yeah, Molly, you don't that much. You definitely don't say, "Hey, you can't give this perspective," because how are you going to talk about the beef sector when you're not beef sector? You're not one of those people, not at all whatsoever. Um, oh, sorry, Abby, I didn't mean that. As you are in it. Oh, I don't care about stuff like that. Really, no, no, you're good, Molly. I know. Trust me, Molly. I know you better than you think. Just because. Hey, just because I can't be mad at you for long. I get so mad at these people and write them off, but damn it. What did I say about Molly the other day, RY? Molly can go to hell, Molly can go away.
Listen, Molly, you got him. Whew. Listen, you better be glad he
Oh,
laughing today.
yes, Diana. Hey,
He'll be so. Oh God.
hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, I'm just curious. How do you? Oh, but okay. So Diana let me in, but Molly is the overseer. So since I'm in, Molly could put me out. See, now I can say that it's documented. All right, look, boom, your B sector, laugh your ass off, or whatever. You know what I mean? Your B
Mm-hmm.
sector. Just curious, Diana. Not. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold your feet to the fire or anything like that. But why would you say I'm B sector? Just curious. And then I have a few more other things to say, and then we will clock out. And the reason why we do that, I know a lot of people say, like, why are the shows like so short sometimes? And then why are the shows marathon shows? I try my best. Since this is the 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time show, it's more of like a commute from work, kind of transitioning, getting home, getting into your evening. And on the YouTube streets, we try to bring in like what happens during the day and then kind of be a bridge to go over into the evening. So I try to keep the shows to like 2 to 2.5 hours so that
Hmm.
you'll kind of know what the structure is and not be like, oh, we're gonna log in and see Envy and RNY talk for 6 hours. No, we pretty much have a set schedule. We'll give you a couple hours to get the hell out, right?
That's it.
Uh let him in, Molly. Gee, see, Diana is campaigning for me. That's awesome. I say you give great content, Envy. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Diana, believe it or not, I plan shows meticulously. Like I go find the music, I find the graphic, I try to take all these notes and whatnot. Um, like, like this is how I look like when I'm doing a
Literally.
show. Like I actually try to, put things together for y'all. You know what I mean? So I do take it seriously. That's why I don't like when people fight over channels, like striking
Right.
channels or taking channels down or whatever, because all I got to do is, and how many of these do I have? RY?
A lot. A lot. Like it's
I
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I literally have a box full of these, just so I can kind of look back or whatever. You have to be part of the LGBTQIA community to be B sector. You don't qualify, Envy. Um, I don't qualify for that community. You're correct, but honestly, like if you are a part of the LGBTQIA community, you want people that aren't part of that community to support you, right? That's the whole point. I mean, I understand like the community protects each other, drives each other or whatever, but based on the movement of a community, like whether it be like Black Power or, the Black Coalition or, um, Congressional Black Caucus or whatever. The whole point of it is to be more accepted because guess what? Guess what? The straight people that aren't a part of the community, what did they do? They took away DEI and B in corporate America, which is diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. So a community should actually, work as a whole to stop that from happening. And I don't know if you guys know what DEI is, but basically that said that that they wanted to put a diversity spin, not a diversity spin, but some kind of regulations into corporate America. And DEI and belonging is they wanted a person that was from the LGBTQIA community and at least one woman on every executive board, or NASDAQ wasn't going to recognize you. So those are all straight people making those decisions, but then they took it off the board. So I don't necessarily feel like you have to be identified as LGBTQIA. Why can't you support it? Like, I'm a supporter of the LGBTQIA because
Right.
I'm very comfortable with myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can be around LGBTQIA and not feel like, oh my gosh, they're looking at me. Oh my gosh, I feel uncomfortable. Oh my God, I can't stand people that do that. Oh, I'm around gay people. Oh my gosh, they're gonna think I'm gay. Oh my God, they're gonna hit on me. Oh my God, they're no. So yeah, I don't qualify for the community, but I qualify for a supporter of the community. I definitely do. I say you've been given in it. Been given in it. Gotcha. Nope.
Uh-oh.
I'm hetero. So
That's
that's not true.
true.
Yeah, everyone over here I am part. Yes,
That's true.
Lynn. And people, and I don't think the B sector should ever limit themselves to saying LGBTQIA, because guess what? Then the straight people that want to come over and enjoy the content feel unwelcome, right? So I'm a strong proponent. I'm very heterosexual. I'm like raw kind of guy, man's man. Hey, eat steak, potatoes, drink beer, ride motorcycles, fast cars, and all that. I'm stereotypically very masculine, you know. So, but I would want a me to be supporting your community. So thank you very much, Lynn, for that comment. You know, I don't think that you have to necessarily be something. Like, for example, in the civil rights movement, like the Underground Railroad and getting hit by fire hydrants and all the other stuff. Don't you know that Caucasian people created the Underground Railroad? Don't you know that Caucasian people opened up Freedom Parkway so that we can march in Atlanta to get to Ebenezer Baptist Church, Martin Luther King Center, Martin Luther King's house, and whatnot? But guess who set all those up? Caucasians. Now,
See?
and you'll think it's crazy. Caucasian. It was an all Caucasian fire department within the black neighborhood in civil rights. And I asked the question. I said, "Well, you know, during civil rights and all the fighting in Atlanta, how in the hell did you go put black people's houses? Did you what? How did you feel about you know, putting out the fire at black people's houses?" They're like, no, it wasn't like that. You know, so what I'm saying is that's, you know, same thing as LGBTQIA. Just because I'm not that, don't alienate supporters.
That's very
I
true.
love my LGBT, but I'm strictly hetero. I am too, Diana. Let's go. You do not have to be a part of it. There you go. All right. See, we got people. See, that's what I'm saying. Like in my chat or anything else, I don't like yes people. That one of the comments was I needed to be a part of the community to be in the B sector, and then based on us talking it out, I'm seeing people in the comments that are, you know, giving a different side of the debate. I love that. I don't. I I like it. My chat doesn't drag me. My chat definitely challenges me to see if I am going to be objective. By not being a part, I mean you may not be categorized as being in the community to support it. Right, correct. But I also look at it as not being a part is also living that lifestyle as well. I don't live the LGBTQIA lifestyle, but I don't think that people should be damned for living a lifestyle that they choose. Who the hell am I to tell somebody how to live, how to be,
Right.
who to love? You know what I mean? Hey, you are man, so you must love woman. You are woman, so you must love man. Oh, you're a lesbian? Oh my God. Oh my God. And you're a gay man? Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, really? I hate it when insecure men do that. One of the myths that a lot of one of the myths, especially with men that are heterosexual, when they get around a certain number of gay people, they think that all men want them. That's so crazy to me. Like some heterosexual men will be like, everybody in here is gonna want me. Gay men have preferences. That doesn't necessarily mean that just because your heterosexual ass walks in somewhere that all the men are gonna be like, oh my god, heterosexual man, oh my god, he's the right height, he's got the right hair color, the right eye color, he likes exactly what I like. Oh my god, let me run over there and chase him. No, okay, the gay people have a brain just like straight people. Okay,
Mhm.
um, because that whole black cloud assumption stereotype or whatever of gay people being promiscuous or whatever, I think that kind of gets into the way of dumb shit. But that's ignorant thinking, and I don't go for it. And also, I want to add this in there. So when I go to the prison sector, I go to the Mo3 sector, I go to the Manosphere, wherever I go, people do ask me. This is like, I know it's YouTube, but this is also real life. People do say, "Oh, you're over there hanging out with the LGBTQIA. What's going on with you?" I'm like, nothing. Well, you're beef sector or you do beef sector content. You're gay. I'm like, oh, you do
Yeah.
this, whatever. So now you're gonna start. And they even said like when I had that Halloween thing that everybody said was gonna be an orgy. Or like these vacations and stuff. They're like, yeah, Envy's setting up an orgy vacation, but 80% of the beef sector is gay men. So what the hell is he doing? So I actually have to stick up for the LGBTQIA sector when I go to other places because that's the first thing that comes out of their mouth. Oh, you're visiting us from the beef sector. I'm like, yeah. Hello. What's up, Tamara? How you doing?
Hey,
I
Tamara.
am not gay, but I am a big advocate. I am exactly. I'm also a belonging advocate. Like belonging is more of like different levels of mental capacity, folks that are disabled, things like that, like the less fortunate, almost like the Make a Wish Foundation type of situation. So we can throw that in there as well. I would much rather consenting adults love each other rather than hate each other. Me too. Me too. I'm a cosmic girl. What would I look like telling people who to love? You know what I mean? Like, like I don't want people to tell me who I should like. So it is what it is. And that's where I think that people get a little bit sideways about the Bible. Not going back to the Bible or anything, but that debate will be forever. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
depends on who's reading it and how you translate it, right?
Yeah.
You all right, RY?
Jesus Christ. I would much rather consenting adults to love each other rather. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Someone sleeps with is not my business. I don't care about other folks' sexuality if I'm not. Listen, but that statement, I feel like for people that say that, I feel like when people say I don't care who anybody sleep with, I've heard that thrown around, and then I heard people's response was, "But wouldn't that be the same thing as condoning it? How's it condoning it if I
No,
just don't care? Like I don't. What you do in your bedroom is your business. Like I don't
right.
know. I don't know. It's
It's
weird.
not. It's not. It's not condoning it. It's called minding your own business.
That's the problem. People don't know how to do that. They don't.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna go to a Ku Klux Klan party because I don't care what they believe. Like really?
Like okay,
Like
sure,
okay, right. I hate that. I'm
yeah.
not consenting to everything when I say it's none of my business. I'm just saying it's
It
none of
really.
my business.
It's just none of my business. That's what you do. You see what I'm saying?
That's like me saying I love my wife and I's relationship. I'm faithful. I love her. So on and so forth. And then saying, damn those swinger clubs. Like, what the hell? Like, if they want to go to a swinger club, go to a swinger club. If I want to be faithful to my wife, I would be faithful to my wife. So yeah, that's a lot of ignorance, Lynn. You know what I'm saying?
Very.
No,
Nope.
exactly.
Yep.
None of
Not
my
my business.
business either. It's none of my business. And see, the thing is, a lot of times people will say like, a certain lifestyle, like gay people or whatever the case may be, none of my business. And I'm with you, Lynn, on that. But honestly, it's none of my business about heterosexual people either.
Literally.
I, like, like everything that you take gay can literally like equal not gay. Like literally, it's none of my business who they sleep with. It's none of my business what they have for dinner. It's none of my business their beliefs. It's none of my business. Nothing's my business.
Nothing.
Heterosexual, gay, whatever. It doesn't just open up the door to go to heterosexual people and be like, "Why are you with her? Why are you with him? Why are you with her?
True.
Why are you with him?" It's basically the same thing. So I don't believe in giving any grace to a certain group, ethnicity group, culture, anything like that, just because they, are something that you're not. I treat everybody the
Yeah.
same. Period. Please vote in RNY's poll for the
Thank
topics.
you,
Thank
Vibrant.
you, Vibrant.
Vibrant is on
Yeah,
it.
I know Vibrant. Come on now, Vibrant's a superstar. I would
Absolutely.
crash. I would crash out for Vibrant, just so y'all know. Crash all the way out. I mean, I would. Man, listen, don't bother Vibrant, okay?
Please don't. Please
Yes,
don't.
facts. There you go, Lynn. Absolutely, right? You know, just like, white people say, I don't mind black people's business, and black people's, I don't mind Mexican people's business. Well, mind your own shit.
See?
Let's just blanket it all. So
Membership.
talking
Thank you
about
for jumping the
Ness.
membership link.
So everything that I talk about basically in our lives, what I talk about, I throw things out there, right? We talked about Ness, we talked about Rick Reed, we talked about RNY's channel, we talked about other things as well. Now, after we talked about it, my supporters, Manco Television, the lifers, the financial supporters, the people that hit the like and all, the cloud watchers, the haters, whatever, we're going to throw this out in the streets, what we just talked about in this live, and we're going to see what happens. And then we could come back and kind of evaluate it, because we had people that were for Ness. We had people that were against Ness. We had people that were for Rick Reed talking to Lemon in a big brother, little brother way. We had people that felt exactly the opposite. I said that I support RY's channel or whatever. Some people are going to say, well, he's never there. How in the hell that's contradicting himself or whatever. So I said, I'm going to go there. And then guess what? Then we're going to be able to come back and talk to see like if that was, bad strategy or whatever the case may be. Other than that,
Yes, get those
you
notifications.
know,
Thank you, Vibrant.
yes, when you subscribe to RY channel, please, when you click the bell, scroll down to all for the notifications, because sometimes you're not going to get a notification because she's a new channel, so she's not going to be deep into the algorithm. So when you set your notifications to all. I know that women are going to love it. Now, what I would recommend is that y'all go back and watch the replay of the first one. If you guys go watch the replay of the first one, you're going to kind of get a feel for how the environment's going to be. The first co-host was Intrinsic, the beautiful Intrinsic, and then this week's co-host is Ness. So
Yes.
RY is going to bring a different flavor to it each week, bringing a different personality and whatnot. Just because variety is great, and reaching out. We got Mink came over. Hey,
Uh-huh.
Anonymous Watch will be there. Like Moultrie will be there. It'll be great for you ladies to like be able to put some of this nonsense away. They do talk a little sector stuff, but I know that they move the sector stuff into real conversations and whatnot. But guess what? If
Right.
I told you too much about it, that means I was there. And I don't go to girl talk. Never will. Okay? Because that's y'all
Mhm.
shit. And I don't even watch the replay because I don't want to hear that shit. Oh my guys, how tall do you want your men? Well, I'm 5'8". How Matt, Anyway,
You know
I
what?
can make up a
That
bunch of
is
stupid
sick.
shit.
Exactly.
Good. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, that replay over there of the girl talk, I know that you really enjoy it. But I can't wait to. I was about to say I can't wait to see. I can't
Oh
wait to
Lord.
hear. I can't wait to hear like Ness going through her transformation and things like that, and bettering her life, and then really going into girl talk, and then Sunny talking about what she's gonna do with Lemon and all the other stuff. It's a piece of humble pie, but it's I know you're heavily involved over there. It's more like it's not the chat and the panel. It's more like everybody's having like a sleepover, or
Yeah.
whatever. So it's more
I
chill and
appreciate you, Lynn. I really do.
yes, the
That's
first one was
wonderful.
great.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
Diana,
you. Thank
nice. Yeah,
you.
I love it. I love it. Yep. There you go. Direct link to RNY's live tomorrow night at 6:30.
Thank you, Vibrant.
Yep. Thank you, Vibrant. We really do appreciate that. So, as I said, as with the top, some people think I'm too organized, so it makes it boring or whatever. No, it just means that I can't stand when content creators start going off the grid. Like you told me we were going to go over this, and we haven't even talked about it. So, you know, my demographic is going to be a little older because a lot of times we don't scream over here. Now, don't get me wrong. We have flagship platforms when RY goes crazy. Like, what the hell's wrong with these three people? I'm like, you're okay. Just relax. Um, but yeah, so everybody, as I said, we threw this out there. I guarantee you, based on what we went over today in today's show, we're going to be able to come back and see what happened out in the YouTube streets. RY, you got last words?
No, just thank y'all for subscribing to the channel and voting on the poll. And I'm looking forward to seeing you beautiful ladies tomorrow. I really am.
Absolutely. Well, I'll be taking off. I might do like a 1 hour members only live, probably. Probably
Mm,
do a 1 hour members only live and send y'all over to RNYs because I got some stuff I want to talk about that I don't talk about publicly. But yeah, I probably do an hour. I'm not gonna promise, but I will try to do an hour before RNYs live. But as I said, enjoy girl talk, ladies. I'm gonna put the flyer
thank
up here
you.
one more. I'm gonna put the flyer up here one more time. And it is definitely that chill vibe. It really, really is. I'm not gonna lie. I popped in there a few times. Okay, let me make my confession, and it was just a great vibe, energy, and I got the hell on. Because I do fuck shit.
Oh
But
Lord
anyway,
Jesus.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, that was RMY's last words, and then also, yeah, as I said, I will try to do a 1 hour members only live. But
Well,
as
thank
you
you,
know,
Vibrant. Envy appreciates that. You see that comment?
what did Byron say?
I, for one,
Uh,
appreciate how well put together your content is, Envy.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Vibrant. I try. I try to do a show. I literally want to do a show where you get the information, you're engaged, and then you're good. I don't want to just do like a screaming live that nobody gives a shit about tomorrow. But
Right.
anyway, I am here most definitely with RY, typically Monday through Saturday. Every once in a while, something happens, but we always let you know ahead of time. But Monday
Absolutely.
through Saturday, well, we come on at 5:15. It's the five, whatever. We come in between five. I know I don't want to tell them the time and then lie. Uh, but between 5 and 5:15 every day, Monday through Saturday, we are here. We're getting you home from work. We're transitioning. We're getting you to start your evening, and we're a bridge over into the crazy content that you're going to get in the late, 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 late show. All right.
Yep.
So every day, I really do appreciate everybody once again. I no outro today.
Oh,
Let's do that. Let's do that abrupt live stop. But I'll see y'all tomorrow, or I'll see y'all Monday at 5 o'clock, and more than likely tomorrow at I think it would be 5:30. All right,
Yeah.
y'all have a wonderful day. I'm not going to say blessed day or anything like that because we heard enough about the Bible today around the YouTube streets. But I'll see y'all on Monday at 5 o'clock. Peace.
Bye.